Oh,
Hello?
friends
Oh,
are doing this fine night. For us, at least.
hi.
Welcome back to Checkpoint's Weird World. Been keen to do another one of these. By the fire again.
Let's come join us.
Please come
With-
join us.
Hashtag join.
Exclamation mark join.
I mean, sorry. Goodness.
Hashtag.
Don't hashtag. That's like slash poll, or is it exclamation mark poll? I don't know. One of them I do wrong.
Good. I am lagging a little bit, maybe. Have a quick. Good. I just disconnected us.
Yeah,
Oh.
okay, so that's what happens.
Alright, let's go again.
Maybe don't show your screen when... Oh, no, actually, it doesn't matter for you. It's okay
Doesn't
for you.
matter for me? Okay.
Yeah.
Get back in. Be good. Oh, let me just go streaming soon, because it's gonna be a bit of a process to get us back together. We can still talk.
Yes.
The other thing, if we still get lag, what we can do is also change the... just run it at 1920 by 1080 instead, because that's what we're streaming at anyway. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I thought I am.
Oh, you... Oh, that's what your screen is? Okay, okay. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, so. Back soon. On my computer.
Oh, wait. Did you start a server?
Yeah, you guys are rolling. I'm not
Oh,
yet
okay,
there
cool.
yet.
Cool. Wondering what the hell did I just join?
Hello, welcome back. Oh, now it's not picking it up. Oh, there we go.
There
We're
we
there.
go. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Sorry about a little bit of difficulties we had just then, but welcome to Checkpoint's Weird World once again. Very excited to be here with y'all. Feel free to join us by the campfire.
Yeah.
ah,
Yeah.
I will be controlling the cameras today, but most of the talking will be left to and over here. Oh, we got our rat. Hello,
Hello.
Matt Rat.
Matt Rat.
A little purple little rat.
Purple
Ratty.
rat.
Purple.
I want to join too, actually.
Yeah. I like the squeaky sound it makes when a rat joins.
Yeah, I like it too. It's just all of us in rat form.
Ratties.
I have a feeling that if we do hit frame rate issues, it might be because you're running full screen. You can run windowed, and it should show you the 30.
Okay. I'm worried I'll do the bars again, but we can try it.
I think the black bars are better than
Frame
drop
drops?
frames. Yeah.
That's- How's it looking? Still kind of droppy?
Yeah, we're dropping a bit. Yeah.
Choppy and droppy.
Let me try that then.
Sorry, chat.
Chat rats, which is just us.
Chat
rats.
Chat rats. Chat rat.
Okay. Not on full screen. Have the bars, but I think it's still. What's happening?
Oh no, you have to see if the 30 frames has been added to the list.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wasn't this bad last time?
Anne's levitating.
And levitating. No, I still got 50.
I'm gonna come down real quick. Sorry.
Damn, that's weird.
Boop.
Boop,
Boop.
boop, boop.
Boop, boop, boop.
Oh my god, you scared me, Zan. Just walking out of the van.
Yeah, it's moving.
Walking out of the bed.
Unclick that. No.
We go. Okay. So, see how we go. I hope the frames themselves are a bit fucked on the screen. Hold on. Hold up, hold up. This is not running as smoothly as last time. Fuck. Oh, it hasn't got black bars.
Just coloured bars.
Coloured background. Kind of breaks you a little bit.
That does a little bit.
Wait, why is it colored? Just make it black.
It's because the background is coloured. Uncheck.
Oh,
I have
okay.
to turn it off. I do that.
I think it's under captures.
Can't see what's been. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's okay.
There we go.
It's-
That's better.
Got a black border now, but these is
That's yes. Not
Right.
rainbow.
well. Welcome back for the third time.
Yes.
Yeah. So Anne and Zan will be doing majority of the talking today, but today we are talking about Haunted
Oh, hello, little
places.
goblino. Welcome in.
Goblin rat.
Goblin rat.
Goblin rat.
Little rat.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good
Good evening.
Welcome.
Evening.
Oh, what's the little green one?
A little green rat.
Oh, so cute. Right near the side of the screen. Rat Lino.
Rat
Oh,
I
Lino.
like that. Alright. So I'll be controlling the slides, so Anne and Zan, just let me know me to change it, please, and I'll do my
good.
best. Also bear with me a little bit with that because yeah, there will be also moving cameras and changing slides. Yeah. Are we all ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Get stuck into. Welcome, Checkpoint Speed World.
We really need a theme song.
Oh, we
Checkpoints, weird
do.
world. Dun, dun. Ooh, baby, it's a weird world. That's been just stuck in my
First,
head.
for some reason, I thought of like the rounded twist theme song.
Have you ever felt like
We
this?
felt like this.
God, yeah.
We'll just get it up. We'll just play it. Doesn't matter. Just put weird
Any
world at the
copyright
end of it.
infringement.
Yeah.
Why does it still say "Hooked on You" by Dead by Daylight? Has that changed and updated for everyone else, or is it just?
Yeah, it's changed.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Good.
I'm glad. Okay, just a little bit of a warning. The contents of this stream will involve topics including, but not limited to, violence, death, gore, and images of people that are no longer with us. We understand this isn't for everyone. It's okay if you need to sit this one out or take a break at any time. TBG, of course, appreciates your support. All true crime, I mean, all haunted places, is basically based off, everything we say basically is going to be based off our own research that we have done and not particularly our own opinions. But yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, definitely Haunted Places has a bit more leniency when it comes to the law.
Yes, I feel like it does.
Yeah.
Definitely. Alright, let's get stuck into it. Who's first? This is Sydney.
That's
this is
me.
Australian one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So like, some of us have actually been to this location before. I don't know if you remember it, Matt. Okay.
Is he okay?
He's That's okay.
Oh, we can't hear
I was
him.
muted.
Oh,
I'm
we
sorry.
can't.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was muted. Yeah, I remember.
Just the way he stared out like, oh, I remember.
Oh boy, do I.
Were my lips flapping? I don't know.
You're just like,
Just staring into the fire.
Oh my god.
But yeah. This is the Sydney quarantine station in Manly. Yeah, so some of us have been here for like a ghost tour, like, I don't know, maybe like 10 years ago or something.
Oh,
I don't
God.
remember. It was
You
a
remember
while
now,
ago.
Mel.
10 years. No, I remembered before. The time scares me.
10
More
years
than
is
the
a long
location.
time.
It is a long time, yeah. But yeah, you can move to the first slide of it, I guess.
We're gonna be
What?
We're gonna be ghosts soon. I'm getting old.
Oh,
Oh,
don't say that.
That's
Wow.
dark.
Aw. We're not
Oh.
old, we're in our 20s.
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, we've only been on
Matt's
this.
emotionally 85.
Yeah,
That's what he's
maybe.
trying to tell us.
Maybe.
Sorry. I'm derailing here.
It's okay. Yeah, it's quarantine station city in North Head, Manly. So this place was operational between 28, sorry, and 1984.
That's been
It's a
going
long
a
time.
lot longer than like I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah,
I
more
just
longer than I
assumed
thought as
it
well.
was like, yeah, to the 80s. Are you kidding? Like that's
Yeah.
horrific.
Yeah, so I think the first
Horrific.
known use was in 1828, but it wasn't like officially like opened up until like 1830 1932 when they like introduced a quarantine act. So before like the free like immigrant vessels came, it was just like the convict vessels, and like it wasn't really cleared properly for like diseases and all that. So once the free immigrant vessels started appearing in like 1930s, early 1930s. Oh, sorry, 1830s. So that's when they started introducing the act, just to make it mandatory for screening for diseases and all that. So eventually, like they built like accommodation buildings, like hospital wards, an admin center, like a morgue, and they even had like a post office of their own, just because like the place was so big and there were so many people there. Yeah, they even had like three cemeteries, I think it was. But the first two cemeteries were actually leveled because they made them like pretty close to the accommodations and like a freshwater stream as well.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They stupid.
Did they move the bodies? Like they
I
had to
think
move them all?
most of them they moved, but some of them they couldn't take out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so like I think they put the headstones into their like museum kind of thing on the site. But yeah, yeah, you can put to the next slide. Yeah, so at the quarantine station, like people's class and gender would affect how they were treated and diagnosed, which is like really, yeah. There was also like racial segregation, so like people who were of like an Asian background had to stay in like separate buildings, and they were called Asiatic quarters or something like that. They also used the quarantine facility for local Sydney residents during like any outbreaks, such as the bubonic plague, I think, in 1900.
Oh.
And the smallpox outbreak in 1913.
Whoa.
They also used it to quarantine World War I soldiers returning from war, who had like tuberculosis and the Spanish flu.
Not TB.
Not TB.
Not TB.
Yeah. But then in the 1970s, they used the station to accommodate Vietnam War orphans, and it was also a temporary home for people who had to evacuate their homes because of Cyclone Tracy, which I think was in Darwin.
Darwin, yeah.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like a nice, like, calming place for war veterans. I'm just gonna put it out there.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, doesn't seem
But I
like a
guess it was
good
like
place.
big enough, and they had like facilities.
Yeah.
I mean, just because they could house them doesn't mean they should house them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this place was used for everything.
A lot of-
Sadness.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of sadness.
Yeah. Yeah, next slide. Thank you. So they officially closed in 1984. So overall, between 1828 and 1984, at least 580 vessels were quarantined there, and more than 13,000 people were quarantined, of whom I think it was at least 570 something were confirmed to have died and been buried there.
Oh, damn.
But apparently in they had like a bunch of records that went like missing or destroyed, so the number of people who died there is supposed to be like twice as much.
Oh,
Shit.
oh
That-
no.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
I was
but
gonna say-
today, yeah.
For the time period, 500 isn't that bad.
Considering,
Yeah.
like,
It's a
okay,
quarantine.
but okay,
station.
like they say that like the quarantine station, and then 500 people died there, but then they also housed people with TB and like Spanish flu.
Yeah.
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 Wouldn't a lot more have died?
Yeah, but then also
Yeah.
like because there was a lot of immigrants there, did they properly document
Mm.
their
Yeah, yeah.
deaths well? Like,
Yeah, I
And-
think in like the I think it was the Asiatic quarters, they didn't like keep proper records of people who were there and people who died.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
So definitely like more than like 1,000 people have probably died there.
Fucked up.
Oy.
What are these photos of,
Yeah.
Anne?
So they're like photos just like of like throughout the years that it's been operational.
Wow.
So I think the bottom left is like war people from like World War One who came back. And then the top left is like from one of the dormitories as well. Top middle is also war veterans that came back. But yeah, it's just like pictures that I found like throughout the years of the operation.
Okay, yeah.
That girl on the right seems very modern.
Yeah.
On the right?
She does look
Yeah,
like
she's got
modern
a
day.
beanie on. She looks like a. Is he walking down the street?
Yeah, looks like a modern day gal.
Yeah, but today North Head Quarantine Station has a hotel, a conference center, and a restaurant complex. So they've really remodeled this place.
Why?
Why?
I don't know. Yeah, but it is like a historical like landmark as well. So I guess they wanted to keep it alive somehow.
That's fair.
But yeah, they also have like ghost tours and all that. There was also, if you move to the next slide, there was a movie based on this place.
Oh, really?
And it
I didn't know
was
that.
filmed there. Yeah, it was filmed there.
Wow.
Came out in 2015. But apparently, I was reading the reviews. Apparently, it's not great.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Wait,
like
is it
based
a-
around
Wow,
like
wow.
kids.
They're gonna base it around anything that happened in this place.
Oh my gosh.
Anything that could have happened, and they base
I'm actually-
this on kids.
I'm surprised with Australian. You know how they like to make mini series about things. Like, I'm
Yeah.
surprised there hasn't been one made about this.
Yeah, I know, right?
Quarantine station. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe people
One
aren't keen on funding dark parts of our history.
Yeah, because I imagine it is probably quite a dark part. Of
Yeah.
considering, and also
Yeah.
maybe it's too closely tied or too reminiscent of the detention centers that we're still keeping
Mm,
Yeah.
immigrants in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Get
true.
people asking questions and getting outraged.
Comes in
about things.
now, every day.
Mm.
Australia. No.
Yeah.
Next.
But yeah.
Refugees, sorry, I said immigrants, I meant refugees.
Refugees.
Apologies.
Oh yeah, detention
Apologies.
centers and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey Cal, welcome in. You've
It's like,
lurking.
oh, hello, pal.
That's all
Hi,
good. Thank you.
Cal.
Lark. I hope
Oh,
you're
good.
doing well. Yes. So there's like a bunch of places across the quarantine station that are said to have like paranormal activity like the most throughout the station. One of these is the inhalation chamber. So it sounds really fucked up, but
It does sound
patients
fucked up.
were yeah.
TB.
Patients were like required to enter these like twice a day over a couple of days. I think it was like 3 days. And they had to inhale like this oh my god, what is it? Like high pressure steam.
What?
And it had like
Oh.
zinc
Whoa.
sulfate or something. And it was supposed to like disinfect the throat and airways.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Did it
So
work?
they had to do this as like part of their. Did it work? I don't know.
Did it like
But
kill
they
anyone
had to
down
do
the
it.
line? Like,
Hey, Teeth Bud.
Teeth bud
hey,
rat.
Teeth
Oh,
Bud.
hello,
Welcome
Teeth
in. Teeth Rat.
Your teeth rat.
Rat Bard.
What does this button do? Oh, it allows you to become one of our rat ghosts.
And they're all
Yeah.
spawning on one
Yay.
side tonight. I don't know why.
They are.
They're all on their
like-
side.
They don't like me very
Warmer.
much.
Why are you
warmer
on
on
our
the
side,
side.
rats? Come over here.
You're gonna have to bribe him.
Like a cheese.
Let's go.
You
Or
can
are y'all going
also.
for huh?
Huh? What the fuck is
What?
happening? Hello?
Hello.
Yes,
Sorry.
hello?
Nothing. We also have what do you call it? Chat redemption. You want your little chat to talk?
Very cute. Very good.
Very
I
cute.
think everyone's gonna go for a trick tonight.
I think so. They did seem to like the tricks.
Remember when
I
we went there and we did tree and they were like, no, go back, go back.
Go back.
It was pretty awful. It was great in my head, and then when it happened on stream, I'm like, ooh. I even ran it past Ray, and it was like, that's funny.
Yeah,
Funny, right?
I was like,
I
oh,
think it
have
would have
this
been
maid
like more
outfit.
funny
I
if
was
like
yeah.
you or like Rita were here, so we'd have like
Yeah.
yeah.
Or maybe like
Yeah.
yeah, I think the men representation. It was good. It was good. I think it's just the way we sit on the beanbags as well. It was just
Yeah.
You're revealing.
I was like, whoa!
Like, wow.
I didn't expect it, but it was funny.
I'll give Chad a bit of a tease now. Hang on.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh.
No, okay, let's
Oh
go
my
back.
god, this is the high socks!
It's for-
This is just
It's
the,
terrible.
the high
Depraved.
socks.
Okay. All right.
Ah,
Sorry. Back to morbid things.
Back to morbid things. Yeah, apparently in the inhalation chambers there's a ghost named Jim. I don't I haven't found any information other than his name is Jim.
Jim is a very
Jim.
Australian name. I
Shame.
feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when we did the tour, Matt, I don't know if you remember this, but the first thing they did was take us to these inhalation chambers, and they made us go in, leave our lanterns outside, so it was pitch black inside,
Oh my god.
and they made us like stand with our backs to the wall and just like stand there for like 5 minutes, and they were
Yeah, I
like, you know,
remember
just
that.
like close your eyes or like stare into the darkness and see if you can feel anything. And then I think like because there were like two sides to the chambers, and like so we got separated into two groups, and I think the other group got scared by the tour guide, so we just heard them screaming.
no.
It was kind of
That's
fun.
Oh no.
I remember putting my hand out to
Wow.
try like touch somebody's head because you guys were standing next to me just to like mess with me.
Yeah.
I don't remember what happened though. I don't think I freaked anybody out. I didn't feel anything. Did you?
No,
No.
it was just cold.
Yeah.
No ghosties nibbling at your ankles or anything.
What the hell is that?
No.
Sorry. Sometimes they like ankles. I don't
People
know.
just like ankles.
I can't remember which ones, but some do.
What? Are you being legitimate right now?
I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't worry about it.
It's got
Continue
them.
on.
I need to know.
Is this like from experience then?
No,
someone-
Anne, no.
Someone told me a story about. I actually can't discern the difference between podcast stories and real life stories anymore, so I don't know. Never mind.
That's concerning. About nibbling ankles.
No, it wasn't nibbling. It was like just touching. A little bit touching.
Please stop.
A little bit stroking. I don't know. Continue on, Anne.
Oh, for fuck's sake. They just used the knock.
I remember before entering those rooms, they also showed us the there were chambers that they used to like burn all the quarantine people's
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
you're gonna
so
get to
if
that.
Go
I'm
to the
sorry.
next slide. They had the fumigation room.
Oh.
Yeah, so
That's so sad.
they
Hi,
actually.
Yeah.
Chris, welcome in.
Oh, hello,
Hey
Chris.
Chris, welcome.
Hi, Chris.
Welcome. But yeah, they actually like brought these like autoclaves from like overseas somewhere. I think it was like Italy or something. but these were used to treat like the luggages and belongings of the passengers with like I think it was either steam or like formaldehyde or some sort of acid gas to like disinfect
Oh.
it.
For some reason, I thought they burnt it. That's what I remembered, but I guess I'm wrong. How fucked would that be?
Just
They
burning their
burnt all
belongings.
your
Burn
things.
your
You're sick, and they're like,
shit.
"Fuck you." Give us your clothes.
Travel all this fucking way and they just throw your they're like, welcome to Australia, and just throw your fucking luggage in the fire.
In the fire.
Ugh.
That fucked up.
Yeah, they took us to this room as well, and they told us a story of it was these like drunk guys who came on a tour, and they were like just insulting like the spirits there or something.
On this tour? Like this same tour?
Yeah, not this tour, but like the tour guide was telling us a story of like what happened on a previous
Oh, on a
tour.
previous tour, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And apparently like the door on the autoclave like just like slammed
Snub
shut
around.
or something.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then they got kicked out of the tour.
they're like, nah,
Fair.
we're not gonna fuck
Okay.
with this, get out.
Yeah.
What that is they don't like drunk people. So they're like, let's fuck with them and then blame it on the ghosts and kick them out because they don't want to deal with the tour guides are like, I don't know. Seems like a way to get rid of drunk
Could be,
people.
yeah, could be.
Matt's a skeptic.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I shouldn't be
yeah.
here.
You're a skeptic.
Matt is
You're
a
our
skeptic
token
here.
skeptic.
Now how
Ain't no
like
thing
the
as a
Shane and
ghost.
Ryan.
Yeah,
That's the
Oh,
Shane.
like the
yeah,
shit.
that's the Shane and you speaking, yeah.
How does he talk?
I also had
I'm not
something.
gonna even-
Oh my god, flick a crisp packet. Is something my grandma did do. About teapot. People was talking about their ghost.
Ooh.
Alright.
Wait,
Oh,
somebody
it's-
flipped a
oh my
crisp
god.
packet. Oh, that's weird. What, you mean like inside out?
I flicked it. Like flicked it.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay. Oh, flick. I gotcha. Sorry.
I'm a bit of a scaredy cat. I think people know. I don't engage too much in the ghost talk. That's right.
Okay. I tried to keep it tame tonight because I know you don't do too well with that.
Thank you.
Or
Em.
we're just like, Ray, how about you host the stream and do the cameras and we'll just subject you to ghost chat.
I like doing the cameras. I like it. It's like, look, there could be worse things we'll talk about. We won't mention them, but I'm okay with haunted places for now. It's
I had some pretty fucked up trick ideas for chat to trigger, but I didn't end up putting them in.
My god, I'm
Aw.
fucking scared. I swear to God, one day we're gonna be sitting here and then a fucking axe murderer is gonna come out of the woods. We're just like, ah!
Damn.
It's gonna be Mutt. Mutt with an axe.
running on all fours.
No, not on
Oh,
horse.
no.
Not on
Yeah,
horse. Not that shit.
It's like covered in blood.
That fucking.
No, dude, I
awful,
had a
like,
dream about that.
structureless puppet legs
What?
just flapping as he runs.
I had
What
a
of a murderous puppet?
not a puppet. We were working on Underpass, which we're still working on, but just push that to the side. We're working on Underpass a lot, and me and Zen started watching
Hill House.
Hill House.
Oh,
Yeah. Weenie Hunt Junior. Yeah, Weenie Hunt. Let's do it. Junior Club. We were watching that and then doing Underpass during the day and then watching Hill House at nighttime. I was pushing on because like I like the characters, and then that night I had a fucking nightmare about the house that we were in, and then I was in the driveway, and then there was burlap head staring at me from across the road, and then he got down on all fours and just started running at me. And then I
God.
I woke up and then I was like, no, no, and then the next day I'm like, Sam, we're not watching anymore. Hill House. I can't do it.
And we never did. I never finished the season.
We never finished
You never
it.
finished that?
I
No.
want
Oh my
to finish it
gosh.
so bad.
You need to.
And I can't watch it by myself, so
I, like,
uh,
I want to watch
Watch it with Nina.
Vanilla.
But yeah, I derailed that a little bit, but my
It's okay.
experience. Horror stuff.
Chris, why do you love that? You shouldn't.
That's like the worst thing. So bad. It's like uncanny valley human behavior, and I hate that. I hate that so much.
I feel like it makes me feel better. It implies that they can't stand on two legs, and I can run faster. I don't know.
I feel like they
I don't
run.
know about
In
that.
my head, I'm like, they're using all four. They're gonna
That's
run faster
weird
than
in
me.
human speed. But that means
Yeah.
they're like cheetahs, you know, and like other fast animals.
I'll kick a cheetah.
You can't get a cheetah. A cheetah's too quick.
It's at leg height, alright? I don't know. I feel better about that for some reason. Anything that's like at eye height or higher is like, I'm not keen on that.
So don't come at Matt
You gotta.
if you're knee height or lower.
Yeah.
He will kick you.
You're fucking Pandia.
Children beware.
No.
No. No. Rats beware.
Oh no.
Not the rat.
Okay.
Not the rats.
Sorry.
Gonna get stepped on.
Crying.
It is cozy. It's cozy, and we're talking about fucked things.
I wish the PNG tubers could cry because I'm crying a little bit.
We'll use our exclamation mark cry to make them cry. I'm joking. It
And
doesn't
then we
work.
just get like flooded with tears, like it's like a stream that like pours down both our eyes.
Oh.
Hope not.
Sorry, and we keep derailing your presentation.
Oh no,
your
it's okay. It's okay. I guess you can go to the next slide.
Let's gather around the campfire and sing campfire songs.
RCAMPFIRESONG song. You don't think we can sing it faster than you're wrong? It'll help if just sing along.
I
CAMPFIRESONG song.
Oh my
Sorry,
god.
I have to wipe my tears.
Robin, hello, welcome in.
Hello, welcome in. Welcome in.
Welcome to the campfire song.
Alright, well, back to... Okay. I don't know how to segue back, but okay. One of the other haunted locations at Quarantine Station was the shower block.
This
This
really freaked me out.
is horrifying.
I don't like this.
So in the shower
Waste
block,
energy.
passengers had to shower with carbolic acid soap
Oh my
to help disinfect their skin. And I think they had to do this a couple of times throughout their stay. And so one of the ghosts that are said to be in the shower block is a little girl that's around like 6 years old. And she's like heard to complain that she doesn't want to get under the acid shower.
With these
Jesus.
burn
There's
people?
also-
So sad.
Yeah, it like roughed up their skin.
Oh my
a lot.
god.
That's kind of why the little girl didn't want to do it. I can't imagine kids having to go through that.
Yeah.
No, so traumatic.
That's
oh my
fucked up.
god.
I hate that
Yeah.
so much.
But another figure that's seen there is like a figure of a tall man. I don't know if you can see it in the picture.
Is this a
I don't know
fucking
if that's
ghost photo?
I don't know if it's real or if it's like doctored. It looks kind of fake, but
I'm gonna look
that's
away.
supposedly like
Oh,
what people see. And then the top right picture is like an old photo back then.
Yeah.
But this block is like people hear like doors slamming, like bangs, crashes, like lights going on and off. stuff like that. And also like footsteps as well, like pacing back and forth. Yeah, this one was like a bit of a creepy room to go in. I think when we went on the tour, there was some people taking pictures, and they like came and like showed us their pictures, and they were like, "Do you see anything here?" So we're all just like sharing these pictures
Oh
around.
my god. So people talk about when you enter like a space that's possibly haunted, there being like a heaviness in the air. Did you experience that in this shower block? Because
I mean, it did feel a bit different to like the other places that we
Yeah.
went to. Yeah.
Oh, really? So you, yeah, off for you as well, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, like every other place was like it just felt like an old room. This was the only place that gave me like heebie-jeebies. Where like because every other, because I was like I was still skeptic back then. I still am. Anyway, yeah. I walked in like, hey, ghosts aren't real. And then I walked into the shower block and went into a few shower blocks by myself, thinking, I didn't feel anything for like the first 5. And I walked into another one, I was like, and I left. It freaked me out.
Oh, it was like a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently there are like some shower cells in there that like are more active.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, just to clarify as well, this is in Sydney. So this
Yeah.
is, yeah,
Sydney.
for you Aussies in chat, Sydney.
Alcatraz.
Oh, hello, like, hey, welcome.
Hello, welcome.
I'm like, hey, welcome in.
Welcome.
Yeah. The
Was it
wor-
right?
The best time to get haunted is when
Yeah.
you're wet and naked. Oh god.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god. Worst, the worst.
I remember getting like soap in your eye, and you had to close your eye.
Oh.
And you're like,
Fuck, there's something out there.
you're like, ah, quickly get open.
It was like one movie. Didn't that happen in The Grudge or something? Where like, I don't know. I remember there was like one movie trailer where the girl's like washing her hair and like hands reach around and like.
Oh, yeah,
grab her.
that's-
Oh,
The
I remember
Grudge?
that.
I think
Was
so.
that The Grudge?
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
that fucked me up. Like, just seeing the trailer for that.
Pretty fucked up.
Have you guys ever been having a shower at night and had the power go out?
No,
Oh, God, no.
It sucks.
I think like
Oh,
not late
Jesus.
at night. Like,
Oh, okay, yeah. Anyway,
does this happen to you a lot, Matt?
it's happened to me like 3 times.
Oh my gosh,
I
what?
don't know why, but yeah, I mean, it's freaky at first, and then
You're like, ah, damn.
your first thought is like, "Fuck, am I gonna die?" And your next thought is, "How am I gonna get out of the shower and not reveal myself to my family?" Or like, like where's my? Oh.
What if the power comes back on as you're like running
like-
through your town?
So wait till you dry your hair first. So. I will not die with wet hair. I beat up a ghost.
naked.
It's very brave.
So brave. Oh my gosh.
CPG made up in the haunted shower
No,
block.
thank you.
What if we held hands in the hot tub?
You can go to the next slide.
Ooh, I don't like this.
Oh,
The next place is the Gravedigger's Cottage. So this is no,
Yes.
these are just pictures I found. on
Oh,
the
okay.
internet. I tried to look for pictures from when we were on the art tour, but I couldn't find them. But yeah, this is supposedly the oldest building to survive on this station. And there's supposed to be like two spirits there who are they're like more of the darker energy kind of thing. And they supposedly don't like women. I don't know why.
Oh god.
What?
That is a fact that they say.
I would not be going that place. That's
Yeah.
too freaky.
So the names of the spirits are Martin and Samuel. And one of them was like the gravedigger for the cemetery. And I think across, if I remember correctly, in the in the field across from the cottage was a former cemetery that had been leveled out. We like walked past it, but it was just like too dark to see anything. But apparently, like people, there's a lot of like activity in here. I think when we went here, they gave us like EMF readers or
Oh
something.
my god, they just gave you.
And they like, yeah, and they're
It
like,
is
yeah, go around.
phasmophobia.
And like,
Yeah.
like, please contact them, stir them up.
Basically, yeah. And like when we went on the tour, they didn't turn on any of the lights of the buildings. They just gave us lanterns. And so we just went around in like almost pitch darkness with these lanterns.
God.
Yeah.
Did you guys like you stick together?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah. There were two groups. About 15 people. I felt like.
Anyone
about
else go with
that.
you guys? Was it like as in of that we hang out right now? Like did Isha go?
Oh,
Rita
Veisha
there?
was there.
Oh, okay.
Rita was not there.
Who
But she
was
wants
there?
to go.
I think
Yeah.
a friend. Yeah, another friend. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Wanna go back?
Nah. I want to go back too. I didn't actually go in all the rooms.
Why not?
Oh, because I stuck with Veisha and she didn't want to go in some, so I was like, okay, I'll stay out
Oh.
with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want. And these are fucked photos. I don't want to zoom in, but I'm going.
Yeah, the hospital is another place. This isn't actually the original hospital. That picture on the bottom, on the left and on the bottom right. The original hospital actually was destroyed in a fire in 2001. So this is like just another building.
Okay. Maybe
but yeah,
that was for the best.
Maybe.
I feel like that would have some real janked energy in that room.
Yeah. But supposedly there's a few spirits in this ward. One of them is like a matron who kind of walks around from like room to room, and if you're like particularly rude, then she makes herself known because she likes when people are respectful or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But then there are two other nurses there. Nurse Elizabeth McGregor and Nurse Annie Egan, who both died of the Spanish flu.
Oh, that's sad.
So their spirits are said to linger.
Are they
there.
still like helping people and doing nurse stuff, or like, what are their spirits up to?
I don't know. They just kind of like when people do like spirit box sessions and all that, they tend to hear like their names come up. Yeah.
Interesting.
I think the photo on the left is like from a ghost tour that they did.
Why was it red?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Photos? I don't know. Well, okay, I'm sorry if I'm going to jump ahead a bit. Was there a room where
No.
they showed a table where they drained the blood of people who died?
At the morgue, yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Do that in mortuary.
Fuck,
If you
I'm
go to
sorry.
the next slide, there's like a picture. So they actually had in most of their tours, they have like a fake body on the table just to scare people. Yeah,
Alright, I
but
wasn't sure if I
obviously,
was
like
imagining that.
for obvious reasons, like the morgue is like also one of the more active places.
Yuck.
But I couldn't really
Draining
find like
Draining.
Don't train me.
yeah, I couldn't really find anything specific for that one. But yeah.
Why are these rats on our side? Why are they all going to the right?
I don't know what's happening. It's Anne's the Pied Piper.
You come over here, rats.
If you can also do this. Oh, did my rat not leave? Did he leave? He did leave.
You're more on that side now.
Wait, am I on that side again now? Where am I? Hang on.
I'm not moving.
Where did I go? Oh, I'm back
Pick
here.
him up. Pick him
What's
up.
happening?
Someone pick him up.
Carry him. Carry him over.
All right. Well,
Alright. Rat, run away.
Rat run away.
But yeah, that's fucked up. I didn't like know what the process was honestly, and then I was watching mortuary assistant streams. Like, wow, this is really fucked up. I should not be. I should not be watching this.
I think I know what causes the frame rate issue, Ray.
Is
It'll
it?
it'll run at full frame rate if you like click on the window. If you alt tab, it runs at like low frame rate.
Oh, maybe I'm alt tabbed.
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, sorry about that. I completely
You
forgot
can
that's the
sit on
thing.
my knee if you want.
Oh, the rat?
Yeah.
Should we add that later?
I
Someone's
don't
going
know
to
if
sit
they
on our
want to
knee.
be
That's
so
weird.
close to the fire.
Someone's going to
knee.
sit on our knee.
Sit on-
On me. Rat hat, and they appear on your
Rat
head.
hat? Oh, that'd be
Rat
good.
hat?
Rat hat? Yeah, yeah.
No.
We can do that.
Aw. On our head.
That'd be
Yeah,
cute.
On our
Rat.
heads, yeah.
Rat hat.
Crawl on Matt's shoulder.
Roll on Matt's shoulder.
Oh my god.
Ugh. I don't want the black plague or whatever it is. Don't give me
Very
the
scary
plague.
thing. Ratatouille.
Ratatouille
goes.
goes.
Put you under my snapback.
Yeah, if you go to the next slide.
Yeah, sorry. Add back. Okay.
Yeah, so other notable encounters. Apparently a traditionally dressed Chinese man usually witnessed in the vicinity of the Asiatic quarters. So apparently he just kind of like walks around in that kind of area. I think the building of that isn't there anymore, so it's just like a field and like trees. So when we went there, we were just kind of standing out in the open in the darkness.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I guess like if he wouldn't know that the building's gone. So if he's like in a what do they call it, like residual energy kind of loop and just hanging out, he
Yeah.
would kind of hang out in the building, which is now an open space.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true.
Including the sexist ones.
Yes.
They do
Still
sound.
ghosts, just vibing, hanging out.
Another one is a young girl who is in like a white dress with pigtails. So she supposedly like follows tour groups around. And sometimes people tend to think that like she's a real person. And then like when they try to like talk to her or like grab someone else's attention, she just like vanishes.
Oh my god.
Did the tour guide see them? Have they?
The tour guide.
Like,
Some people on the tours see it. I don't know about the tour guides. Yeah. And then there's like supposedly a little boy who holds the hands of female visitors. I think mainly like in the hospital area that happens.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah. He's just looking for his mom.
That's upsetting.
Yeah, so around quarantine station, people felt like strange sensations, felt dizzy or sick, or like heard voices, or like felt someone touch them, or have been pushed or dragged even.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Rags.
yeah.
Violence.
So the tour guide said people have just been dragged in front of them.
Not the tour guide, but I was like doing research and watching like other videos and like interviews and stuff. I think the next slide or like the slide after that, there's like a video. You don't have to watch all of it, but
I can just
so like
I'll look away.
I mean, the first bit is just like a tour guide talking about her experiences, and then it goes into like some other things that people have experienced.
Is it after this?
I think so, yeah.
Have a quick look. This is like little lanterns you had to carry around.
Yeah.
It's cute.
So the left
but-
one is like what it looks like in the shower block.
Oh,
Oh no,
Creepy.
that's
It's
fucked
creepy.
up. Cool
Yeah.
photos. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I'll switch.
I would be like too afraid to take photos. I'd be too afraid to take photos there. I swear, one
I
of my
would not.
paranormal
I would
fears
not.
is like capturing a ghost on photography. That is my, ugh,
Yeah, that's fucked up.
it's my ick. I'm gonna yuck that.
Yeah, I would. I agree. My
Damn.
brother did his like. We were raised Catholic, so we did our like, in and whatever. And my brother was up, getting his thing done, and then after they took a photo of him, then there was a really, really, really bright circle, like insanely bright, like. And there was multiple photos taken in this place. I don't know, this particular photo had that, and it, like, everyone kept saying it was like an orb, like zooming in on it.
Oh.
Like, yeah, I was like, whoa. I have to show you the photo, I think, one day, Zen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
show me. I want to see it. But Jake also
I mean-
had the vision.
What?
He just
Had the
did,
vision.
He just did a lot of. He just said a lot of weird shit as a kid. There was like one time he ran off from my parents at church, and he ran behind the church, and then my mum was like, ah, and like ran after him, like telling him to stop. He used to run off a lot, and then just stopped randomly, like he just stood still, and then he looked up, and then just started talking to something, and then my mum like grabbed him and said thank you, and then walked away. That's all.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, that he just used to do shit like that sometimes. He just used to stop. Just stopped. Yeah, in that particular instance. No, no.
Jacob be possessed
No
by a
possession. No possession. I don't think it was anything malicious,
Oh
but
no.
yeah.
Maybe you've never met Jake. You just
Oh,
met...
no,
No, I'm gonna...
ah, we're not doing this.
I hope the video works.
Want me to do a full screen?
Bro, imagine waking up one day. Oh no, I'm sorry. I said we're not getting
This
into
is
this.
getting
Let's
fucked up.
watch
I don't
the
want to talk
video.
about possession. That's where I draw the line. No, that kind of talk, please. And is there a particular point you want me to skip to, or just play from?
No, you can just play from the beginning, and then you can stop at whatever point you want to.
Okay. Let me know if you. Okay. Imagine which.
Guide here at the quarantine station in Manly at North Head. The Gravediggers Cottage. It's the
Every day I
oldest
wake up.
building on site.
Sorry.
Dates back to 1840. And there is a very infamous spirit in here called Samuel. Now,
I
we
wanna look.
believe he may be one of the gravediggers, and he is not a friendly spirit at all. He doesn't like visitors. My personal experience with him, I've been prodded in the side. I have seen a chair scrape and drag itself across the dining room about 15 centimeters. I've heard things actually pick themselves up and throw themselves across the room. And I've just got some photos that show hooded figures and one that looks like a claw reaching across the dining room table. In the middle of winter, when we have to do a solo site check
Wait,
by
was that a
ourselves,
hand?
checking out all the buildings, when it's very dark, that can be a bit unnerving.
Oh, I'd hate to have to do solo walkthroughs.
Oh my
No, they should
God,
all go in
horrific.
groups, or with like a
I think the
partner
most
or something.
unexplained thing that's happened to me at the quarantine station would have to be before I did a site check. So I had my notes app open on my iPhone, closed it down, started
This
my
one kinda
site
made
check,
me
went
laugh.
to the morgue, and had a look through the morgue. All was fine. Closed the morgue, got into the bus, and my notes app had reopened itself on my phone. But at the top of what I was writing were the words "hi, hi, 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 hi."
Oh. Oh damn.
Scariest thing that I've heard that's happened to a colleague of mine, a tour guide. There are many shadow figures that dart around the premises, and apparently they all have hoods, and they're
by
in black
daylight.
form, and they just sort of move across the building sites. Now, what happened to Mel one night? She was doing a sleepover tour, and she was in one of the guest rooms, and she was woken up at 5 a.m. by 3 loud knocks above her head.
No!
When she opened her eyes, she saw a dark, fully black shadow figure with a hood, just standing there. Just standing there. Just standing there.
Brotherhood.
She was terrified. She mouthed the words, "Go away, please," 3 times. Apparently she
It's
opened her
Ezio
eyes up and it was still
auditory.
there.
You're
Oh.
all going to die down
She
here.
said eventually it pixelated until she could see the fireplace on the other side of the room.
It would be a
And apparently the colour didn't come back into her face until about 10 o'clock that morning.
Something just touched me on the neck.
God damn it.
I swear to God.
Oh my
I
god,
swear
that
to God.
knocking fucking
Something touched me on
sucks.
the neck before.
Yeah.
Mate, I swear to God. Something just grabbed me again.
Oh, I don't
Quite
like
seriously, when I
this.
said that someone grabbed me on the neck.
This is actually like
he
a
said me, no,
they
no,
actually
no,
went there like
that's
as a
fine,
kind of
good,
joke
good,
thing and just started scaring each other.
on the neck.
But then he actually
Yeah,
like
what-
felt
yeah.
something.
Just was grabbed right here. Honestly, something grabbed me.
So we've just been setting up, and with the obelisk.
Oh,
the
these
very
these
first
ladies
word
are
that
so
came out of
cute.
it was
They
Cag's
like
name,
went
or
to the
name she
quarantine
doesn't
station
like.
and just started doing their own
And the second
investigating.
name was my nickname. So we've had 2 words, both relating to us. Right.
I don't want to listen.
Alright. He's going into the haunted room.
Yep, I should go live.
The haunted wardrobe. You should go live, yeah.
I've just got Cag here with me as well. She's got the
Go
recorder.
away.
Why?
Oh, we don't want to go away. Do we, shall we?
No. Why do you want us to go away?
You said you would.
No, we didn't.
Oh, I just had Martin come through. Yep, that's me.
Oh, so this is in the
Oh.
grave digger's cottage.
Oh. And
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's it.
What is it?
It's a special ball that if you touch it, it flashes. Or if you make it move, it flashes. Because we can't see you.
Yeah, just like that one there that you're doing now. It's exactly the same. In the-
Witches.
We're not witches.
It probably looks like witchcraft to you guys.
No.
Understandably, but it's not.
Aboriginal.
Okay. This was an Aboriginal site, wasn't it?
It was.
Originally.
Yeah.
Sacred site.
Yes.
Women.
We play the ghost box, but Cag is going to be on headphones. Letter. Because she can't hear the questions, which means that she
That's
can't
little
hear the questions, she can't
chuckles.
be looking for
Sorry,
words.
that was like- the ghost is going, women.
Can you,
Women.
can you give us your name, please? What happened to you?
Not you. Victor.
Your name was Victor? Were you sick?
With you.
You're standing with her, not behind her. Yeah, but that's where the whole squeak turns off.
Oh,
Cameron. Cameron. My son's called Cameron. It's a nice name. I like Cameron, that's why I
Don't
gave
say
it
that.
to him.
And yeah, don't tell the ghost.
Mum.
Are you looking for your mum, Cameron?
So apparently in this like voice box kind of thing session, like whatever they were talking to mentioned her son's name and then the word stomach. And then like the next day she found out her son had appendicitis and had to go to the hospital.
oh my god.
God.
Go to social security. Oh, no. Is that a person? Is
Oh, this is the hospital?
that a ghost? Oh,
No,
it's
oh, no,
just
that's a
it's just
person.
a
It's
dress.
a mannequin. Yeah.
Mannequin, yeah. Showing the nurse's costume.
Who's dead?
I'm gonna take my
How long were
headset
you
off.
patient here?
Sorry, tell me when to stop.
Who the hell are you?
That's something.
I mean, you can stop
Dalton
whenever you
said to
want.
me.
I think the
my
rest of the
name's
video was
Tag.
just this.
If you didn't catch that earlier. Can you tell me what your name is, please?
Children now.
Believe me, I'm not a child.
Are we disturbing your patience? And
Again.
listen. Zan came out earlier. Can you hear it?
Oh, REM pod.
REM pod. The Anne could be Nurse Annie
Ooh,
Egan,
reading.
a World War I nurse who died from flu. Yeah.
Yeah, so the spirit box kept saying the name Anne, and they thought that they were referring to the nurse Annie Egan who died there. Yeah, but that's it for the video. I didn't find too much
Trying to
on it.
press-
That was
Wow.
like,
I'm a ghost tour guide.
all good.
Oh, it's doing this with the screen glitch.
Ooh.
You can try hitting escape instead of.
Gotta press escape twice. Oh. Shit.
Oh yeah, I think that's it.
Wow.
That was
Thank you, Annie.
scary.
That's scary. That was scary.
And explain. God.
So with the that thing, they one person goes and covers their ears and they're listening to radio.
Oh,
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, so one person will go and wear headphones or earphones with the spirit box, and that's all they'll listen to. And then another person will be in the room asking questions, but the person with the headphones won't hear them, so they won't be able to be influenced by what they say. And then they
Let's
just say
do this.
whatever it pops up on the spirit box.
I'm gonna do this now. Hang on. How much are spirit boxes?
Ooh, Matt.
My God, Matthew. Where are you going to do it? Not in this house.
Not while we're living together, please.
all right. Sounds fun.
Ooh.
Oh, there's an app for it?
Oh,
There's
don't
an
tell
app.
him that.
It's what? Where's an app for everything?
You're gonna come home one day and Matt will be sitting in the dark with his phone. You'll hear static.
Oh
No,
my
it's not allowed in our
God.
house.
No.
Please,
Ray,
no.
are you sitting in the right spot? What's happening on my screen? You're in the fire.
Oh, I'm sitting.
Oh, no, Ray.
Oh, okay. It's just me then. Sorry. Yeah, no, I'll do it down at the park or something. I don't know.
The park.
It's gonna look like a crazy person going.
Yeah, you will. All the dogs
cat,
will start attacking you.
Treat.
Women.
Women. How was that ghost such a sexist? And that was the sexist ghost, right? The
Oh,
the
yeah.
Gravedigger's cottage. They hate
Yeah.
women.
Don't know why, but
Yikes.
apparently they do.
Ugh.
But yeah, that was Quarantine Station. And
Wow.
now we're with Zan for
Hi. So I'm going to be talking about Lake Lanier in Georgia.
oh, but it's called
so
Sydney
Sydney, Lake Sydney Lanier.
in Georgia.
In Georgia, the USA state. I think this one is really interesting, and I ended up writing a bunch of information about it. So bear with me; it's quite long. Yeah. So you can go to the next slide, Ray, if you're ready. So Lake Sydney Lanier is a reservoir in northern Georgia. It's a man-made lake that was created in 1956 by the completion of the Burford Dam on the Chattahoochee River. So it's about 45 minutes north of Atlanta, which is the capital of Georgia. The construction of the reservoir interestingly, displaced an entire town, destroyed more than approximately 50,000 acres of farmland,
the
and caused the
fuck?
relocation of hundreds of families, businesses, and cemeteries.
Oh
So
my God.
it's something. So even years before they broke ground on the lake, the Army Corps of Engineers were planning its construction. They wanted to build a hydroelectric plant to generate electricity for the city of Atlanta, as well as use the lake for a reliable water supply. The dam and lake would also protect the downstream areas of the Chattahoochee, sorry, I was about to say Coochie, the Coochie River, from flooding, and also provide a ecosystem for the native wildlife. But there were a few hiccups in planning the construction of the lake. So firstly, there was like some business with Alabama, Florida, and Georgia, all arguing about the logistics of the lake because they all had access to this one river. But there was also a big disagreement about what to actually call the lake. They ended up naming it after a musician, author, and poet named Sidney Lanier, who wrote a song about the waters of the Chattahoochee River. But he was also a big-time Confederate soldier, so I think this unfortunately really sets the tone and the vibe of the whole lake and sort of general area.
This is getting worse and worse.
Yeah, so I want to give you all a bit of a content warning. There is a bit of chat about racism and lynching and hate crimes in the history of this river's construction. So if you do need to step away, please feel free. Yeah, it's not pleasant at all. So Ray, you can jump to the next slide if you like.
I feel like unfortunately that is going to go with a lot of haunted places within America.
A lot of yeah,
especially the South.
A lot of misery kind of around some of these places. So one of the towns that was to be flooded when the dam was completed was Oscarville. So pre-Lake Lanier, it was home to a very large black community. This was Oscarville and the sort of general surrounding county of Forsyth. And yeah, it had, I believe, 1,089, I could be wrong, like residents in the early 1900s, which was actually quite a lot. Many of these residents owned homes and businesses, but this area was unfortunately rife with really blatant racism, and racial tensions were kind of at an all-time high. In 1912, a young white woman named Sleety Mae Crow was murdered in the Brownsbridge woods, and her murder was unfortunately pinned on 4 young black residents who were just living in close proximity to where the murder occurred. Their names were Ernest Knox, he was only 16 years old, Oscar Daniel, who was 18, and Robert Edwards, who was 24. So these young men obviously had nothing to do with it. They just happened to live nearby. A day after the group was arrested, the sheriff at the time, Bill Reed, left the jail. He left them in the jail, and there was only one deputy appointed to remain watch over them. So in that time, you can kind of see why that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
You can skip ahead, Ray, to the next slide. So unfortunately, the day after they were arrested, an angry mob of racists stormed the building and took Robert Edwards from his cell, the 24-year-old. I don't want to go into like any sort of real specifics about
we won't go into details.
But a large crowd essentially gathered to beat him before hanging his body on a telegraph pole outside of the courthouse of the nearby town of Cumming. So really horrific. And despite there being absolutely no evidence that Robert, Ernest, and Oscar were in any way involved in the crime, in October of 1912, so a few months after the murder of Sleety Mae Crow, Ernest and Oscar were sentenced to death by an all-white jury to the murder and hanged in the town square in front of 5,000 people. Even though at this stage public hangings were illegal. So yeah, awful. Apparently the kind of like I guess like the shield that would have you know, they were hanged outside, but like the shield that would have, I guess, like protected it from public sort of view was burned down the night before. So
Oh, jeez.
yeah, horrific. People wanted to see that. So those pictures, the one on the left is actually a picture from a newspaper article talking about the boys getting convicted. So yeah, and the one on the right is just a picture of the time. So the events of the trial of Ernest, Robert, and Oscar led to groups of white people just terrorizing black residents, showing up to their homes and properties with burning torches and guns, demanding that these black residents leave. They shot into homes, they sabotaged and destroyed people's farmlands, and basically forced them out of Forsyth country. 95% of the community left at that time. And to this day, which is really interesting, only 4.4% of this Forsyth population is black. So it's had a really resounding and lasting effect on the area. Yeah, the sheer kind of racism, yeah,
crime.
yeah. So I think it's really, really prevalent in, or I guess it's it kind of gives you an idea of like how much hate and like awful energy is in that area.
You hear a lot of stuff. I mean, like, even after the Confederacy and stuff, the South still became, it stayed very much the way that it was pre all that stuff for quite, like, even like now. I feel like, yeah, there was yeah, because they even have like still things like sundown towns, stuff like that, which is fucked. Like in 2022, there's still like sundown towns, and that's, for those who don't know, they're towns in which black residents aren't allowed to be out at nighttime or after the sun goes down, because then bad things can happen to them. Like, that's messed up.
Horrific. And I mean, even the fact that like lynching, such a barbaric practice, was so, I think, or like, you know, it's like just over 100 years ago. I mean, that's horrible.
Yeah,
that's really horrible. And you know, kept going like well after that as well. It's just ugh.
Yeah, pretty
awful. So yeah, that I think obviously like left a mark on this land, absolutely. And I mean, eventually it was flooded by the lake, so back in the 50s, and the construction of the lake, obviously there was, you know, the logistical issue of you know, the construction of the lake having to flood a whole ass town.
Oh god, yeah.
And in order to flood the town, the government actually began buying property from its now white residents to compensate them from for their relocation. I think you can switch to the next slide. Yeah. So the first person to sign over his home was an 81-year-old farmer named Henry Shadburn. On April 14th, 1954, a press conference was staged where Henry signed over his land to the government. Although the government assured the residents that they were paying sort of market value for the land, Henry Shadburn was only paid $4,100 for his 100 acres, which is about, as of 2018, $37,000, which is not a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, horrific. Another resident named J.P. Gaines gave up the land that his family had been on since the early 1900s. He received $18,000 for his 229 acres, which is about $162,000 as of 2018. So 229 acres of farmland. for that price. That's
Jeez.
nothing. Many residents accepted the payout, but those who chose to stay were eventually forcibly removed from their homes.
Did they didn't like they didn't pay them. They just were like, you're gonna get flooded, get out.
Pretty much. They were like, I think like at the time as well, because farming is so heavily related to like your profits coming in is so heavily related to you know, the produce you're getting out there. Maybe a lot of these people hadn't seen that volume of money in their entire lives, and in the short term it was sort of like a good idea, but
Yeah.
it would in no way compensate them for, I guess, like the years of money they'd be gaining from what their farm produced. So it wasn't really.
Yeah, and just to clarify as well, we're not empathetic to these to these people. We're just like talking about the amount of price wise.
Empathetic to you know, people having to leave their homes, not empathetic to racists.
Yes.
But yeah, so that it's like for a lot of these farmers as well, it was like a generational thing. Like their homes were generational, so really it was kind of like priceless. And yeah, people were just well underpaid for, I think, what, you know, the long term
in terms
kind of
of
game
like
plan of things,
money and that kind of stuff.
So I guess also usually when they build a dam, they require a lot of planning. In this case, it seemed like the engineers didn't really have a lot of answers, and residents were kind of being left in the dark about what was happening. So buildings that were, once all the residents were cleared out, the remaining buildings that were made of wood were torn down due to fear they might dislodge themselves and just float to the surface of the lake when it was filled. They were burnt.
Ghost homes. Sorry.
Ghost homes. They were burnt. So they were burnt down to their concrete foundations. If they were made from brick and stone, they were generally just left there. So there's roads and a whole fucking racetrack under there that
that whole racetrack.
Yeah, it surfaced recently. Various trees that were also taller than the level of the waterline were just cut down. Like,
I feel like this place deserved to get flooded. I feel like it deserved to kind of just be like, well, goodbye. I don't know. We'll see.
Goodbye, we just wash away our sins. So the trees were cut down, but their stumps are kind of remaining. Trees that were tall, like 35 feet below the full level of the lake, were actually just left there. So there's 4 less trees at the bottom of this lake, which is actually incredibly disturbing.
Just trees.
Just trees. Yeah.
Could you imagine if they just kept growing and eventually just peeked out of the lake?
Well, I think the problem is not that the trees are going, that the lake's evaporating.
Oh.
And there's like more than one lake like this in the USA. Like there's more than one lake like this, and they're finding that things are popping out of these lakes because the water, like due to global warming, is evaporating.
This is why bodies of water are fucking interesting in terms of this type of shit. Because even as like an archaeological type thing, how much shit down there, like, you know what I mean, is just gonna come up in the next few years? This is wild.
Well, especially like man-made lakes. Like they weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Like we put them there. They were supposed to be rivers. Like yucky. But there was also a lot of public concern about the relocation of the graveyards. So they reckon there was about 20 cemeteries in the towns of like Forsyth County, and like obviously graves that were clearly marked were relocated as long as the relatives of the deceased could be contacted. If not, too bad. They just kind of stayed where they were. So knows how many graves are down the bottom of this fucking lake that also provides a lot of drinking water to Atlanta.
Drinking water!
I'm gonna be real.
Water.
I think it's not a big deal. how many animals like die in lakes and shit?
Oh yeah,
everything's fine.
Like, it's like, you know, Warragamba Dam. You shouldn't have dead bodies floating in the dam. Like,
yeah, I think you're gonna find there's a lot of dead kangaroos under there.
It probably is.
Ray's so stunned.
I feel like there should be something like in.
I feel like there should be a whole ass cemetery under your drinking water. I'll
Yeah.
say that at least.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I don't know.
You know,
I think just the idea of like human bodies being down there.
oh shit, my thing stopped.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's.
That's just
Oh,
like.
yeah,
you
maybe
know
I'm
what?
too skeptical.
I'll just
Well, drinking goes to the-
take a straw
Someone
and
needs to-
suck it up.
I'm sure there's plenty of like.
Where there's worse things to drink.
Yeah, honestly, like if you were to take a sample straight out of the dam, especially near the bottom, I don't think bodies are going to be.
Your biggest.
They might be one of the biggest concerns, but there's going to be shit and.
I feel like
and,
this is another thing I want to look up
bacteria
after this.
and-
Like, how fucked up a Dan.
yeah.
Dan just bought a filtered drinking, like a water bottle. I feel like maybe
With a
then
filter in it, yeah.
maybe I should get in on that. Get in on that. Give me that bottle. Give me that bottle's in.
It's kind of hard to drink out of because the filter's just like really thick. You gotta, it's like through a straw,
You
then
gotta
through a
suck
filter,
real
and then
hard.
suck on this like weird silicone nipple really hard. I'm drinking from it right now. All right.
To demonstrate.
Also,
But,
flood my grave. Flood my grave. I don't care.
Flood your grave. All right. We won't move your body. We'll just flood your grave.
Yeah. Well, I mean, burn me ideally, but if you put me in a
Flood,
in a
flood
grave,
your
then
urn.
Put
it's
you
fine to
in
flood it.
Warragamba
Yeah.
Dam.
Yeah.
Put you at the bottom. Right at the bottom. We'll bury you down there.
Yeah.
We'll break all the laws. There's like a fence around it.
Yeah.
There is. There's a
I
fence.
mean,
It's not a
There-
very
yeah,
good fence, but it's a
Really?
fence.
So dams are like, I think of dams as just like big ponds, but they're not. They're absolutely not. They're usually big constructions and make
yeah.
electricity somewhat.
Excuse me.
Float you out like a Viking in the dam, in the drinking water
in the
dam.
drinking water dam. Viking funerals for all in the drinking water dam.
Oh god.
Give me a Viking funeral in Warragamba. Jesus.
Warragamba Dam.
We have to respect it because he wrote it in his will.
Put me in one of those
don't
like those block
understand.
boats. Little block boats you get from Kmart and just
Oh
like
my
float
God.
me out.
So not
Yes.
only just like microplastic and
Yeah, yeah.
remains,
And then we get that
Yeah.
Nerf
That's the both
gun,
worlds.
that Nerf fucking
Oh, like the
bow and
Fortnite
arrow.
Nerf gun,
Yeah, the
and
bow,
like
and we
shoot a
like
flaming
shoot a
Nerf
flamer
into-
into the plastic rowboat.
I'll be
Oh my God.
I'll be Fortnite emoting in the next life.
Okay, we'll fill your thing with like Lego flowers as well. Just
Like,
like,
yeah, like the ones you gotta like make yourself.
Yeah. Oh
what he
yeah, and
would've wanted.
throw a little two-stroke engine on the back as well, just to like
Just
putter
get
me
it
around.
really going. Just-
Matt, do you want some RGB lights as well? On your
Yeah,
Yeah,
videos?
yeah.
Yeah, just some RGB.
he was a gamer.
Just pollute
What,
this dam.
What game soundtrack do you want playing on the
Yeah.
UE
Doom,
booth? That's
is it
like
Doom?
between your feet.
That's gonna be the Fortnite emote. The do 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 do.
Oh, this is utterly macabre.
Oh, fuck. We turn this somehow like we're like, oh yeah, there's dead people under this dam. Like, oh, how about we be dead people under a dam?
Yeah. How can we pollute our dam in the
Jesus
most disrespectful way possible?
Families will be looking over the dam and they'll be like, "What's that?" And then in the distance, you hear do do do.
It's still going.
He's still going to this day.
Oh, and on your last send off, everyone has to emote. Do a fucking dance.
Somber remote.
Oh my god.
F's in chat.
F's in chat.
Chat.
It's some
Oh,
I gotta
F's
fix my phone. Sorry to derail. Okay.
Ray, you can go to the next slide if you like.
I'm sorry. We try to make humor out of a bad situation. We're just using humor to deal with it.
F's.
F. I want
Thanks.
to
Rats, all F.
hold
F's
F
in
to
chat.
pay
Have some
respect.
chat from the rats.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Oh fuck.
Wait, I,
Wait,
think I
what's
just
the shop
I
base?
just highlighted my message.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Just
Yeah, right. It used to work. It doesn't anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, rats.
I love these slowly coming in Fs.
Right, sorry, I'll change slides.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Oh, Coca-Cola.
So in 2021, the drought was apparently so bad. Speaking of the things surfacing, that see those steps in the right picture.
Yeah. Oh,
That's the grandstand, the top of the grandstand. So it started peeking out of the water.
this is the race course.
Jesus.
This is the race course, yeah. And the picture on the left is all I could find of the race course pre-flooding of the dam.
So how was the water above those trees, or was it?
I don't know actually. It does look like, so I looked at like a top-down. So someone did like a drone flyover of this, and I think the top of the grandstand was actually kind of close to the top of the water, because there's like a like basketball court or some kind of sporting court not too far away from it. So yeah, but still, it's just like.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's other areas that are much deeper than like.
Yeah.
Where this could be a high point.
Now that you're saying that, the lake at its deepest is 258 feet, which is 78 meters.
Wow.
Jesus, it's quite deep. It has claimed 675 lives that we know of.
Oh my god.
Like, in its time. So you remember that this has only been around for like 70 years. It was kind of like completed in the late 50s. That's 100 people a year.
So the dam, or like pre-dam people buried there? It's like, or since the dam has claimed that.
Since the lake has filled up, 670
okay.
people have died at the lake.
At the lake.
Wow.
So, look, it's a mix of drowning and boating accidents and suicides.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's
okay.
a lot of sadness.
This place is just getting more and more fucked up.
Dark. So it's estimated about 10 to 20 people die at Lake Lanier every year.
Oh, what the fuck? It's got its own like fucking rough estimate of like people that it kills.
Which I think is like the second most people of any lake in the USA.
Second?
I think it's the second deadliest. I don't know what the first deadliest is, but this is the second deadliest. Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if it's the other one, the one in Arizona, because that one sounds fucked as well.
Oh, Lake Michigan.
Lake Michigan?
Lake Michigan, apparently. Sorry, I didn't know.
Deadliest lake in America. There you go.
150 deaths since 2002. So 20 years, 150 deaths. Does that sounds less deadly, right?
Well,
deadly?
this was like 600 deaths in like 70 years.
Oh.
So
This seems worse. I'm gonna shut up. All right, sorry.
I mean, maybe we can read about like Michigan.
Yeah, that was just the first Google result. I could be wrong.
So I think there's been like more deaths more recently in Lake Lanier. So like, just for instance, in 2001, here's a couple of things that have happened. Is Sunday, May 9th of 2021, 6 people were seriously injured when their boat just inexplicably exploded while they were fueling up at the Margaritaville water park on Lake Lanier. It blew up. Just blew up.
I'm sorry.
It just
bad.
fucking exploded.
Why are you laughing?
They were just fueling up and it just blew up. And they were horribly injured.
Oh
Six
my
Thinking about Jimmy
The
god.
whole family. Yeah. The whole family. On that very same weekend, this was like Mother's Day weekend in 2021. Anthony St. Ol Jr. and 2 others were out enjoying the lake on a pontoon rental boat. All 3 of them jumped from the boat into the water, but Anthony never surfaced. Yeah. His body was found the next day by rescue divers 44 feet or 13 meters underwater, which is quite deep. Eerily, another man died of similar circumstances less than a month before. His name was Dorian Adonis Pinson. He also jumped from a pontoon boat and just never resurfaced, but it took months for his body to be found. And he was found at 117 feet, which is 35 meters below Lake Lanier's surface.
These people, they're not floating back up. They're just
No, they're
staying.
getting sucked down.
They're
Yeah.
getting sucked down. Is it like rips or something that's happening here? Like, I don't know if that's possible in like a dam, but or like
I don't know.
whatever it is.
It's a ghost dragging them down.
Well, so over the years, the lake has also been the center of hundreds of suicides, drownings, and boat accidents. It's worth noting that this lake was actually never meant to be used for recreational swimming. It has a lot of areas that are off limits due to like the submerged trees, and also I think at some point they sunk a bunch of ferries, so they're all down the bottom of that lake as well. The water is murky and really dangerous, and
why would
if you try to look up like videos, divers videos of there, it's just they're all murky, so murky, the water, yuck. But an experienced diver named Buck Buchanan kind of described the lake in a really interesting way, and this is often quoted, like this was quoted in a fair few sources that I read. He said that, quote, "You reach out into the dark and you feel an arm and a leg and it doesn't move." So I don't know if he's talking about like bodies or like ghostal bodies or like, I don't know, but Buck Buchanan doesn't like it. I'm not here for it.
I'm not there for it either.
But this is a common phenomenon for near drowning cases at Lake Lanier. People who have experienced like almost drowning have described being grabbed or held and feel like they've been pulled under by the water. Yeah, but it is also worth noting that many of the drownings have been alcohol related, as well as like boat accidents. They had to like change the legal limit of like operating a boat because too many were kind of happening with people intoxicated.
The influence of alcohol.
Yeah, like driving a boat, the last thing I'd want to be doing is drinking. But a lot of the drownings have also occurred quite close to shore. So I want to tell you about a few prominent and creepy occurrences and kind of legends that surround the lake.
Should I change slide?
Next slide. Oh, that's the lake. That's a picture of the lake. So that's actually the water park where the boat exploded.
Wait, there's a whole water park? Oh, let me...
It's a huge lake. It's giant. It's like phenomenally big.
I want to go.
It does look...
Seems fun.
That one looks enticing, but then like hearing that feel things get dragged.
God, one of the podcasts I was listening to had like a listener tale that they submitted, that someone submitted, and like, you know, again, like people can just make these up and submit them, but they said that they went swimming at Lake Lanier and they got pulled under and saw like a ghostly face. Yeah, it was pretty yucky.
Why is there a water park?
Why not?
Because it's like, let's flood this place. Some of it's unsafe. Let's build a water park, I guess. I don't, like, you know, I don't know.
I guess they figured that part is kind of
600
safe.
people have died. Let's build a water park.
It's second deadliest lake in America.
What can I say? People love to boat, like, and water slide.
Yeah. I'm sure they probably started like building like recreational areas before the bodies started stacking up.
Also, it's just creepy. Like, there's probably a lot of dead people. Like, there is a lot of dead people still buried underneath.
Well, yeah, they also the 600 and something people that are down there, like who have died there, the ones that we know about.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm guessing like all the horrible racial stuff that happened wouldn't have been recorded as heavily. So I'm pretty sure that's probably like fucking.
Well, the people were actually, yeah, buried underneath. I think they said that, I don't know if there's... Oh yeah, okay, so the lake, this is a fact I didn't mention earlier, but because the lake has claimed 675, 160 of those deaths have happened since 1994.
100.
So yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And
okay,
there's 24, I think, missing person cases that they have attributed to the lake. So 24 cases of bodies that may turn up eventually, but they don't know of yet. So I would assume like drownings that they haven't
Crazy,
found.
like how popular America is. Like, there's a lot of people.
Yeah,
A lot of
100%. Like what we were saying is like Orange County alone has like the population of Australia or something. It's like ridiculous.
Right?
Don't quote
So,
me on that.
like,
Yeah.
what's Australia's population?
It's 20 something million.
22 million.
we're nearing 30 million now, I think.
Are we nearing
Ah.
30
I
million?
think so. Yeah, yeah. Hang on.
Yeah.
I mean, that
How's-
makes sense.
That's like nothing in comparison to America.
Oh no, we're only 25.7 million.
Last time I checked, it was
Never mind.
2.
Just don't have
But
the
yeah,
usable land. It's just fucking desert.
infrastructure and yeah, you're right. It's
We had
tricky.
forests across Australia. Man, be a cool place. I mean, it's a cool place now, but
it's just harder to live
it's, yeah.
out in
You
the
gotta look
desert.
at options.
I'm
yeah.
in the middle.
And also the fact that like we don't have cities, like we only have cities kind of around the outside of Australia. Like our major cities are all kind of on the outside. There's no major cities kind of inside except Canberra. But anyway.
Got some really good beaches though.
But yeah, that's the problem. Everyone wants to live there, so it's very, very like the outside is very populated and yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So
Lady the Lake.
one of the most
Blind Manor.
one of the most I guess like well-known kind of myths, or well, it's not really a myth because it happened, story is about the Lady of the Lake, they call her. So this is about Delia Parker Young and Susie Roberts. In 1958, they both went out for a night at the Three Gables, which I guess is a pub, at Dawsonville near Lake Lanier. At some stage in the evening, Susie was like 38 and I butchered her name on that slide, sorry. Delia was much younger. She was in her 20s. But they, went out drinking in 1958 at some stage. But yeah, they filled up their car at a gas station and they didn't pay. And that was kind of the last time that they were seen alive. Yeah. So after this kind of interaction, they seemingly kind of disappeared off the face of the earth, and the only clue that was left behind was like a set of skid marks that kind of led from around the gas station and headed towards the one of Lake Lanier's bridges. So authorities assume that their car must have somehow lost control, skidded across the road and veered off the bridge into the lake below. Police divers were called to search the area, but no car was found. But quite a while. It was quite an extensive search as well. The water in this particular part of the lake is very, very murky and actually has a lot of trees underneath it, so it's quite foresty as well. About 18 months after the pair of women went missing, a badly decomposing body was found by a fisherman on the lake, and it was thought to be the body of Delia Parker Young. It's unsure how this was exactly determined because at the time there was nothing really to indicate a connection between, the body and Delia, but strangely the body was actually missing 2 toes and both hands. So,
Whoa.
yeah, and I mean whether that was, if it was Delia, I guess it would have been maybe they would have come off like post-death in the water somehow.
Is there like the things living in the water, like not sharks, but I guess like big fish?
Oh, there's fish. Yes, there's absolutely fish. The body was buried in Alta Vista Cemetery in an unmarked grave after it was found. But apparently during this time there was a lot of reports like floating around about sightings of a spectre. people would see a seemingly lost woman pacing up and down this bridge and the surrounding shores of Lake Lanier. She was wearing a blue dress, which was the same color of dress that Delia was wearing the night that she vanished. People also reported this ghost was missing her hands. It wasn't until 1990, which is like 30 years later, that Susie was actually found. Her body was found during the construction of a bridge, so workers had to sort of dredge the lake bed, and they found a 1950s Ford sedan with a 1958 license plate. It was all rusted out and kind of stuck in the mud at the bottom of the lake. As workers kind of cleared through all the decades of decay and debris, they found the skull and bones of Susie Roberts sitting behind the wheel of the car. And upon finding her, which is kind of nice, a marker was actually placed on Delia's grave because they still think that that was her, having been found in sort of a similar place. And finding Susie kind of gave them that confirmation that that was her, and Susie was actually buried in the same cemetery. So
that's so sad.
How sad is that?
Upsetting. Wasn't found inside the car.
Delia wasn't found inside the car.
Sorry.
But Susie, I think it was Susie's car, and Susie had been driving that night, so she was found in the car, but she wasn't found until 30 years after Delia.
So was Delia far from where they found the car? Was she like... No?
No, so it was sort of roughly in the same area, but like, you know, Susie obviously had the context of the car to say who she was, but Delia sort of didn't. But having found Susie, I think they would just say, yep, that confirms that that's Delia that we did find. But it makes me wonder, like, if, you know, people were truly seeing Delia's ghost, was like she hanging out, kind of being like, hey, my friend's down there, like, you need to find her as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, really sad. The fact that, like, apparently, like, there was a lot of reports of her, like, being, you know, a kind of, like, frantic, kind of lost seeming woman as well.
No.
Sad.
That's me.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they're kind of buried together now. So yeah, but apparently Susie also had kids, and they were like teenagers when she disappeared. So they finally got their closure, you know, 30 years later, you know, that they could bury their mum. But yeah, really sad.
Yeah. It was
so
the
Delia
other body...
is the lady of the lake.
The other body missed anything? Was she back?
She was a skeleton. So, because Delia was found almost like a year, or almost like 2 years after the after she went missing. So she was quite badly decomposed. And again, like her hands, I guess, could have come off.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, Susie was a skeleton. So, I'm sure she was kind of in like bits as well, honestly. Like, yeah, but behind the wheel.
Yikes.
So,
Yeah.
Yikes. But that's the lady of the lake.
We're all skeletons.
We're all skeletons. But yeah, you can change to the next slide. This is
What?
an irrelevant picture, but apparently there's the raft man of Lake Lanier. He's essentially a shadow man that stands on a raft with a little lantern. He's been sighted on Lake Lanier by a few people. There's one particular kind of legend that says that one night 2 fishermen spotted the raft upon the lake at sort of 1 a.m. in the morning. The figure was like rafting using like a long pole to kind of steer himself through the water, which left the fishermen quite confused because the part of the lake that the fishermen were sitting on in their boat was actually around 45 feet deep. So they were like, nah, I don't love that. Out of nowhere, apparently this shadow man just stood up and started shouting at them.
No.
And then dove into the water.
Fucking
started swimming towards them.
Oh my god!
And so they started panicking. The 2 fishermen started panicking and began shining their torches in the water, but the raft wasn't there. It was all gone. Nothing was there.
That's so fucked!
Is it a true story? I don't know. But that's
Oh my
one that is heard.
god, no.
I mean, if I'm a ghost, that's what I want to do. Just sit in a
like,
raft.
Just
raft
scare people.
around and jump into the
around.
water, go for a little dip.
Yeah. Sounds like a good
Quite
time.
nice. Yeah.
Scream
Bit
at
of-
people and fucking swim towards them.
I feel like when you're a ghost, you maybe you're just doing shit you wanted to do when you were alive, but no one liked it. You just scream at people.
No consequences this time.
Yeah, exactly. Ah!
Ray, if you wouldn't mind changing to the next slide. So the next I guess like mystery or well-reported mystery around Lake Lanier is the disappearance of Kelly Nash. He disappeared in 2015. He was living with his girlfriend Jessica, who he'd just moved in with. He was also about to finish his accounting degree at Georgia Gwinnett College and worked with his father at his father's construction company. Kelly had been experiencing a bit of sinus trouble leading up to his disappearance. The morning of January 5th, he woke up with flu-like symptoms and, unable to sleep, moved into the living room to play some video games and possibly crash on the couch. Jessica woke up and came and checked on him at about 4 a.m. and he told her that he'd see a doctor the next day. So when Jessica woke up around 7:30 a.m., she found Kelly's video game was idle, but he was nowhere to be seen. The garage door was slightly open, his wallet, truck, and keys remained behind, but his 9mm gun and a single clip was missing.
No.
So both Jessica and Kelly's family freaked out that he was missing. They said it was very uncharacteristic of him and that he wouldn't have just gotten up and walked away from his life. There's footage of him from earlier that night at the gas station where he was actually on his phone to Jessica and buying cold meds, and he wasn't really behaving peculiarly or abnormally. Despite a massive search with helicopters and dogs, and Kelly's family actually offering a reward of like $50,000, nothing was discovered about Kelly's disappearance until a month later. A fisherman found his decomposing body in Lake Lanier about 2 miles from his home. The only sign of trauma anywhere in his body was a single gunshot wound. Now, you would assume that this is to his head, but there's actually no confirmation of that. It's really hard to find his autopsy report. But yeah, it's all that's kind of said is that he suffered a single gunshot wound, but it's never been confirmed where exactly. Kelly's family is still offering the reward for information on his disappearance, and even hired a private investigator just to see if there were any leads, but nothing kind of turned up. So he wasn't sort of involved in any sort of lucrative activity or anything. But yeah, obviously this is a really tragic story, and even though sometimes you can't really know what someone is going through, Kelly's girlfriend Jessica was fairly adamant that Kelly wasn't experiencing any signs of depression and was a healthy and happy 25-year-old man. So I guess the question is, what led Kelly to leave his house in his pajamas, barefooted, in the middle of the night, in the middle of winter, and also in the early morning hours. It was pouring with rain apparently as well, with nothing but a gun. Yeah, so it's really strange. How and why did he end up in the water, and who else might have been involved? So it, very easily could be that he did decide to
Kidnapping?
take his own life, but it seems quite strange. He had a lot kind of on, and yeah, they do wonder if maybe you can't say anything for sure, but maybe if other people were involved, other people in his life, if it was a random thing, maybe he left the house because he heard a noise or something, and because leaving with no shoes as well, and apparently walking 2 miles to the lake,
Yeah.
that seems really strange in the early morning. So it was somewhere between 4 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. as well that it happened. Yeah.
They don't know exactly.
They don't know exactly, but the fact that his video game was also left idle,
Like he was coming back or something.
It's like he intended to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the garage door was also slightly open as well. So it's very strange.
It's a thing called like a fugue state.
Fugue state.
Where you just like, you don't remember anything that happened. You just like wake up in another place because I don't know, your brain just turned off and just do shit. I don't know.
And take your gun out and head down to the lake.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
What's really strange is there was also an unsolved arson in the area on the same night. And apparently there was some like CCTV footage of a guy sort of walking past a building near where the arson happened, and he was wearing like similar things, which was like a black t-shirt and kind of like dark, possibly pajama pants, but they can't determine whether it was him or not for sure. Because the footage is just too grainy and too low quality, but that's sort of an interesting thing as well, if that was him. And also, why did he set something on fire? Like, if that was him, I don't know. It's really strange. But yeah, so that's still...
Sorry. Like,
it's...
Walter...
Except his fugue state was just to manipulate his wife.
Yeah.
I guess like some other notable occurrences that have also occurred was in November 2019, a fisherman, Jason Millen, was out on the lake fishing.
Sorry.
Oh, you can change the.
I can change it.
Yeah, you can change it.
I was wondering what this slide was.
This is not to do with that. But is that Pokemon? It's a catfish. So Jason Millen was a guy named Jason Millen was out on the lake having, fishing, having a great time. And he was on his boat and something floated. He saw something shiny underneath the boat in the water. He realized that it was a submerged van. And when the van was investigated, a body was found inside. So the body was of 58-year-old Van Dobbs, who had been missing since June 2018. So a whole kind of half a year or so. Oh wait, no, more than half a year. That's more than a year. A year and a half. Sorry, a year and a half. So it's assumed that that van might have crashed his van into the lake. But missing a whole year before they, found anything, that's pretty wild. And you wonder how many more there are like that. There's also, so to end it, in Lake Lanier, there are apparently also catfish the size of Volkswagens.
Dan, you should have put a Volkswagen catfish. I was like asking Zan, I was like, what are you doing? I was like, what is that? Dan's like,
they're actually feral and I hate them, and I don't think you'll be able to look at them after hearing this as well. So apparently also in the 80s, a truck carrying chickens crashed off the Thompson Bridge to the bottom of the lake. No. When the wreck was checked out by divers, they found swarms of these fucking giant catfish just gobbling up the whole, like the chicken carcasses whole, just like sucking them down, just giant fucking catfish. Disgusting. I would die. Fishermen even claim that they've like caught their line on these catfish and they've had their boats just pulled across the lake.
Oh yeah,
it's disgusting.
I
hate
like,
it.
Swamp monster things. I've seen like swamp monster shows and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen some catfish on that.
Yeah, catfish are fucking scary. And apparently the fish are also big enough to create waves in the water. If you've ever like watched River Monsters, you'll also know that catfish are really fucked and can possibly just eat people if they want. So yeah, don't swim at Lake Lanier. That's it. Thank you.
That's the takeaway from this. Don't fucking do it.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. You'll die.
Not worth it.
Have you seen? Oh, claps. Thank you.
Claps.
I don't think Anne clapped. I don't know why. How weird.
Hello? I did it?
Hello, Anne.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Standing ovation.
So we have to stand up and sit back down to fix our hands whenever you make us clap.
Just like, oop. Yeah, that's a lot of things. You just said a lot of things, and also there's fucking catfish there, and they still have a theme park,
also, yeah, there's still catfish that will eat a whole chicken and possibly take like things from the bloody shore, because apparently they do that sometimes, and just gobble them down.
It's called noodling, where people go out and catch catfish with their hands. Haven't seen them. So catfish live in like holes on the riverbed, and they like they burrow holes, and people put their hands into the holes underwater, and wait for the catfish to grab onto their hand, like to bite their hand, and then they grab the
What the
insides of
heck?
the catfish and pull it out.
I hate that.
Ugh.
That's
Upsets me
noodling.
greatly.
I want to go noodling.
Oh, what would you do with the catfish after you've caught it?
You eat them. I can't. But you can eat.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm allergic to cat.
Allergic to cats and fish.
And fish. But yeah.
Double allergic. I literally could not put an actual picture of a catfish because I find them despicable.
You really hate them that much? I don't mind them.
Oh, they,
my
no, they're
God.
just
Can I
like,
look up a photo of a
and they're
catfish?
that big, they fuck me up emotionally. Like
Look it
the
up.
really big ones. You can look up like a massive catfish.
If you open up Tinder, you'll see a lot of them.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I do want to. But I don't know if like predictive text is. It shouldn't be.
Do it.
Yeah, all the near drownings just like catfish sucking you under, Goblino. I think that's a good
Oh my
point.
god! What if it is?
Disgusting.
I actually own catfish, like tiny ones, small ones.
Small ones
really?
are okay. Are they like the little sucky
Yeah.
fish?
Yeah.
They're okay. They can stay. The big ones cannot though. I hate them. Because I had some of them as well, and they're really cute when they're really little.
Yeah, they're cute when they're little. Look at that. That thing.
Dang, that's huge.
Can we do a fish ranking?
Look at that.
A tier list for fish.
Yeah, tier list. A fish tier list. we can keep it. So I don't want to derail from the spooky.
Now we're going into like fucking. I would love to do a stream on like swamp monster.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of spooky
Cryptid.
in their own kind
A
of
cryptid
like.
stream.
Yeah, they can go into
Cryptid,
cryptid
yeah.
streams. I would think.
Oh
Like,
my god, this shit would eat a person. Look at that.
yeah, look at them. They're horrendous. Like, imagine that
That's
sucking that
massive.
chicken carcass down. Just.
God. All right.
That's why I can't look at them.
That's
They
enough
just
of that.
upset me. The big ones.
That's
The
why you
small
put
ones
it
are
like
fine.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, cryptids. We were planning on doing it for like this Halloween session, but we might have to do it after Halloween, I guess. We're still down. We're still down. We'll continue on with Weird World stuff after Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got some surprises for post Halloween stuff with Weird World. It'll be fun. But we'll keep the rats. Are we gonna still gonna be ghost rats? I don't know. Do you guys like ghost rats or do you like rats? Sorry.
Oh,
You like
just
rats?
real rats appearing.
You like rats?
Don't you like rats?
Rat tests. Yeah. Be negative rat
Maybe-
tests, and the subs can be the positive. No. Talking shit.
You get Santa hats at Christmas.
Oh, Santa hats for Christmas.
Aww.
Oh, you put a Christmas tree. Oh yeah. We'll do it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cute. Decorate the van.
Oh yeah. Put some Christmas lights up. You're good. Okay, I'm gonna.
Hang on, I'm putting up a poll.
For
You like
oh,
rats?
you don't like rats.
The rats. Skeleton rat.
I'm gonna drive away. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
like the
fucking
ghost
around now.
ones.
All right. Anything rats is good. Okay.
That's
Hello?
cool. I wish I had a pet
Okay.
rat.
Yeah, rats.
I
are
was
cool.
gonna get a pet rat.
I saw one at work yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta get Snox back. We have a few ideas. Sorry, Zan.
Snox. I saw a rat. That's the end of my story.
I see multiple rats
Alright.
at work when I take the garbage out
Yeah,
across the
rats
lanes.
like garbage.
They do.
I was gonna say, like,
That's
if you
why
like
they're
saw
all
them in the
gathered
kitchen, I'd be
around.
very
No,
concerned.
not in the kitchen, just in the alley.
We're gonna make the channel
Ghost
point.
rats.
What is it? 1, so we can actually trigger spook.
I mean, it's almost there.
Do we have a little bit more, Annie, that you want to go through?
I have one more. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, still going? Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
Oh no.
Yeah, still feel free to redeem your
The treats.
tricks.
Tricks or treats.
I like that no one has picked treats at all.
They've put a firm ban on the maid outfits.
We can always change if we want to maid outfit.
Force the
That's
maid out.
true. Force the treat. From the back.
That doesn't have a torso.
Wait, no, I don't have anything on me. Sorry.
Oh.
Hang on, let me try that again.
It's-
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Nude. I like
There you
the, I
go.
like it. I feel like it's less threatening with the pants though. The maid dress and the
Oh
pants.
yeah, it's a bit more
Bit less
like,
threatening.
PG.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
But the fucking knee-high socks with this very normal stuff is
That's pretty much it.
It's just that little flesh window between the stuff
Oh,
and
no.
the dress that upsets me.
Look at what I can do. Sorry.
They were talking about that before. They were like, why has booba?
So I wasn't when it triggered. It wasn't meant to be the booba version. I didn't realize that I gave you guys the booba version. Everyone was meant to have the non-booba version. All right, I'm sorry.
Are you just saying the maid outfit? You should.
Huh? Oh shit! I'm changed.
Are you gonna say
Do you want me to just, I'll stay. Yeah.
You can. Oh, this is up to you.
Oh, we got faces.
Oh.
Wait, why didn't I? I didn't get it because
Oh.
I fucking I
Oh.
changed my character. No, I do have it. Do I?
Booba free.
Oopa. Right. I don't like that face. You That's so upsetting.
Oh my god, you're like catfish. Gonna get ya.
We can all if we want a more zoomed in frame.
Oh shit, I forget I can scroll. Wait, yeah.
Yeah, you can scroll to zoom. We'll get behind him.
Hold on.
Some pants. Oh, you can say
it's
sitting
not
down.
working.
It's yucky.
How long does this go for again? Like a minute?
2 minutes.
Whoa, whoa,
2 minutes.
whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So is it
Oh,
happening?
no.
It's not happening on my screen, but
Yeah,
should
it's
we
happening.
crouch? All right. Sorry, guys.
That's very good. Cursed.
Cursed. Very cursed.
Yes, I love it. So very much.
Alrighty.
Oh, the tall man
Dang.
scared me. I looked up and then I
Yeah.
just saw him.
Jeez.
Smooches.
Have I had a fucking hat on this entire time? I didn't even realize. It's so dark.
I
No. Oh, maybe you did. I don't know.
Okay, I'll keep it, whatever.
That's what you
Let's
see.
take a muscle.
We can stop if you want.
No, you
Ah,
can
okay,
sit there. It's fun. Alright. I was told, man, I can look at him, but it might get a bit laggy.
I wish he would blush when we looked at him. That would be nice.
Illumin, he there.
Still lumen.
Should maybe like move slightly with like every
No,
session that we
Anne.
do.
No.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
All men TV.
It's just
How's he
like
doing?
crouched down facing you.
Or his hand just like appears in the scene.
Oh my god. What if he's like you know that space next to the van behind Matt and Ray? If he's like crouched down there and then like maybe there's like little lightning flashes and they illuminate his fucked up face.
No, Zane. What the fuck?
Oh.
That's a bloody trick if I've ever heard one.
Stop giving him ideas.
The
I
tall
want
man
it
or
to just
me?
be like a tall.
Oh,
Yeah,
Anne,
thanks.
hello.
Oop, Annie?
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
Anne cut off for me for a second. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
My bad.
The lore, we made up the tall
Oh.
man while we were staying together in an Airbnb. Kind of lives out in the
In
ocean.
the water. In the ocean.
Oh, Saragoto, I was going to mention this. You did a thing on Saragoto?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Sick.
There was so much information on the history, I had to condense it.
Ah, that's cool. I was going to
But yeah,
mention the YouTube
I
channel.
remember,
Anyway, go on, sorry.
yeah. I remember when we did like, another like media share stream. I think we shared a video of that guy.
Yeah.
But not like the full video, just like part of it. So he came back to it. Yeah.
Hey Ray, I feel weird in this
You
spot.
can
Can we
move
swap?
it to.
Yeah, we can swap.
Okay.
Why is it weird?
I don't know.
Like, no.
I think it's your seat warmth is like grossing me out.
Wow, you don't like it? It worked hard.
No,
for
I don't.
it.
I don't like sitting down on a
Covered in
pre-warmed
cheese,
seat.
cheese dust and
Cheese
crumbs.
dust? What the fuck?
No, like from the Cheetos.
Dan thinks I'm a messy eater.
I just know you ate twisties last night.
I didn't get any twisties on my desk. I just ate twisties.
The seat says otherwise.
Just wipe hands on the
I'm not
bimbo.
getting fucking laid into here from my snacking habits.
I like snacks. I don't have any.
Yeah, man, we haven't seen your desk. How about you show?
No, mine's real bad. I need to clean up.
Oh no.
Ray, this is the intervention. Oh my god, no.
An intervention?
Don't take my twisties. I like my
That's what
twisties.
this actually is.
I like my cheese doodles. Also, hello, Koji.
Hi, Koji.
Hello.
Hello. My god, hang on. Okay.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh,
welcome,
yeah,
Koji
Koji's
Ray.
getting
Welcome.
slightly closer to us.
Welcome,
Slightly closer.
Coach. Right in the middle. Right, I just noticed your one is like all the way out on the edge.
Yeah, mine's near you, guys. Or I can't even see it when I'm tabbing to you.
Its ghost fur is covered in Cheeto dust.
Wow.
It's been,
Good.
been ostracized from the group.
What the fuck? Who wouldn't like a nice little snack, okay?
A little yum.
No.
You can leave and rejoin if you want to change your route location.
If I pop up.
I don't know.
How do I
They are
leave?
getting closer.
Even further.
Exclamation mark leave and then exclamation mark join.
I probably will be moving further. There I go.
Oh my
Oh, there we
god.
go.
You're
Right
on
next
the
to
screen
me,
now.
Ray.
More
How you going?
ostracized from the group.
Yeah, I'm chilling
You know
with
what's-
myself.
It is a random number generator, so I have no idea. It's crazy that it's just leaned in one direction this entire time.
It's all just been right. Right rat.
Yeah.
No, left rat.
Right, right.
Right track.
Left, right. what is it? Left, none beef, left.
Yeah.
Left, right. Wait, right, none. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, I'm sorry.
Stay over there with your snack dust.
Yeah.
Hey,
no.
you leave Ray Rat alone.
I think
Step
I'm
on this rat.
deflecting
No,
as
what
well.
the fuck? Let's step on Manic Rat. Come here. Oh, excuse me, rats. Excuse me. Excuse me.
You can step on
Campfire.
everyone though.
Oh,
I
God,
got
I'm
rat protection.
Oh,
He's like
stop on
right at the back.
everyone.
Hold the rat.
Yeah.
Ah! Anyway, sorry.
Oh, good. My god. so the Cerro Gordo ghost town.
Sorry, that was me.
Yeah, so this one's actually in California. You can move to slide.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, so the Cerro Gordo mines are like a collection of abandoned mines in California. They operated between 1865 and 1957. So around the mines, like a small town was built to accommodate the miners. It was said that Cerro Gordo was one of the deadliest towns in the American West. At its peak, the town had like one murder per week.
Whoa.
Per week.
and
Someone was like destined to die per week.
Yeah. And like a local judge described the residents of the town as lawless ruffians who, with murder in their hearts and the implements of death strapped upon their persons, congregate in public places, ever ready to discharge their death-dealing weapons upon the unoffending and unarmed citizens.
Yeah.
That is an actual quote from the judge.
Wait, was this Cabot Cave?
Sorry?
Wobbin's asking, was this Cabot Cave?
Cabot Cove, no.
Oh, sorry, not Cave. This reminds me of Red Dead Redemption. Everything, those photos.
Oh, yeah.
Very Western. But, like, me and Zan have talked about this in the past. Like, could you imagine, like, living in that time? Just walk out and, like, to the desert and die. Like, and no one would know.
No one would know. No one would know.
Yeah.
And that's something that Red Dead Redemption, just even like the interacting with so many various NPCs, I was like, oh my god. Like you could just die and no one would know.
Yeah, like the guy that like got bitten by a snake. Like if
god.
Arthur didn't come along, like it would die. No one would have known.
Or even like the there's like I think like you can find like wagons that have crashed and stuff. Like
yeah.
I'm just like, oh my god, imagine just like expecting a family member home and them just never showing up because they just rode a wagon off a cliff and no one just ever found them.
Don't have the technology to really look for him besides like looking.
And the desert was like so vast as well. Like, you know, it'd take a long time to travel. So
I guess it's called the Wild West. Wind. Wild.
Well, yeah.
Wild. It's wild.
Yeah, so like the entire town is like spread across I think nearly 400 acres. So yes, it's very large.
Oops. Sorry.
Yeah. So no, you can leave it. Fine. So the current owner is Brent Underwood. He actually bought the town in 2018. So he's pretty much dedicated like his entire YouTube channel to the town. So he's been like living there and trying to like restore it and preserve its history as well. I think he wants to like turn it into a tourist attraction or something. So it's pretty cool. He actually like went down and stayed overnight in one of the mines that were supposedly haunted.
I simply would not, but that's just me.
It was kind of funny because he like packed his bag, right, and he had like all these essentials and like had like a sleeping bag and like a blanket, and then he was like, maybe I should bring some alcohol. So he took out his sleeping bag and his blanket and stuffed a bunch of alcohol in his bag, and then he forgot about the sleeping bag and blanket.
No.
And he only remembered about it when he was actually down there.
No.
And like yeah, and what he did was, so the elevator shaft thing to get him down there, he asked the operator to like, Zan, are you okay?
Just picking up a quail.
Okay. Hey, Wonder guys.
Hey, Wonder guys.
Welcome.
Hey,
Where is your rat?
Wonder. Hey.
Oh,
Where is
it's,
your rat?
it's in the group of 3 rats over there.
Oh god.
Okay. Oh my god, they're all clumped together. But yeah, what he did was the guy operating the elevator thing to go down into the mine shaft. He like asked him to bring it back up and not come back until morning, so he would be forced to stay down there, and he wouldn't like chicken out and like leave in the middle of the night, which is pretty fucked up. But yeah,
Wow.
he did not sleep at all.
Yeah. Would you without sleep on a rock? Must have been very cold.
Yeah,
Have you
it
got
got
the
like
game?
freezing.
Sorry. Have you got the game in focus right now, Ray? Like, have you got it clicked on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's dropping a lot of frames.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all good.
Yeah. So there's like bunch of like places, areas of the town that are supposedly haunted, and like certain ghosts that appear that are pretty popular around there. So if you hop on to the next slide, I think.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So the image on the left is like just like an aerial view of the town. So there's like a lot of places. I think there was a fire actually that destroyed like 2 or 3 of the buildings pretty recently. But yeah. In the late 1870s, there was 30 miners down, I think it was a mine called Union Mine. And the mine collapsed while they were in there, and they ended up dying there. And unfortunately, like, their bodies were never recovered. And that's like the mine that the owner went down and stayed overnight.
Oh.
Dark.
Knowing that there's still
Yeah.
bodies there.
So much like fear and stuff. I
inside
imagine
my
would be
brain.
trapped in that space.
Yeah.
My bad.
And so like the shaft of the mine is like located inside of like a building, and in that building there were like reports of like chains dragging, screaming. There've been like sights of like a headless person going around there. One and
Hey,
like one.
Vincent. Sorry.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Vincent.
Hello.
Feel free to
Join-
join us by the
join-
fire
Yeah.
with exclamation mark join.
Yeah. We'll see where your rat ends up.
Yeah. Near my rat. My rat's very lonely.
Has some cheese dust to share.
Yeah.
Eat
Oh
her
no,
tongue.
Vincent just spawned one near Anne.
Where?
Like right in the middle. You're all over that
So
side.
weird. Yeah. And at the Union Mine shaft, one visitor to the ghost town, apparently it was reported he like was speaking to someone down the mine shaft, but no one was there. And he was like saying that when he was talking to the owner, he said that he was apparently talking to like the miners that were down there, like the ghosts of the miners.
Oh my god.
I don't know if anyone actually heard like voices coming out from there, but okay. But yeah. I think the next slide. Oh no. Okay, so that's the Union Mine.
Wow.
Yeah. Just some pics.
Pretty crazy. He finds like items from like the 1920s, 1930s down
Oh
there.
wow.
Yeah, he
Old
finds
dynamite
really old
boxes.
stuff. Yeah.
Dude, I
Yeah.
want to watch some of his
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah,
They're
that'd be
really
so
cool.
interesting.
Yeah, I think in like the mine that he was actually down overnight, he like positioned like a bedroll somewhere, and then he was like, "Oh, I just noticed there's like dynamite all around me."
Oh no.
Oh my
He's like,
god.
well, like obviously he can't touch it because like it might end up going off. So he
Mm.
was like, "Yeah." And that's kind of creepy, just knowing that it's there.
Mm.
But yeah, another spirit that's said to be around the ghost town is William Crapo. So he was like a former postmaster. So they had like a post office there, and he was like one of the guys that worked there. And he had like a cabin next to the hotel. So in I think it was 1893, he got into like a political argument with the current postmaster at the time and that guy's friend. And so he ended up going into his house, came out with a gun, and shot them both. I think one
No.
of them
Jesus.
died, but the other one
William.
survived. I think he supposedly ran away after that. And
Oh, for
some
fuck's
people
sake.
like
Sorry.
oh, oh. Ray, why would you do that to
Oh
yourself?
my god, why did I do this?
happened?
Why did
I missed it.
It's a
Oh,
joke.
that's you said it actually like pretty low in price too.
Oh my god, don't tell them that, Anne.
Oh, okay.
Fucked me up.
But
No,
yeah,
it's okay. It's okay, Vincent. That's what it's there for. That's what it's there for. It just
it's there to scare,
to scare
to
the
scare her
shit out of
only.
me.
Here, specifically Ray.
Yeah. So after he shot them, he supposedly ran away. And there were like
You're
two
all
sides.
going to
Like
die
some
down
people
here.
believe that he hid in a mine and ended up dying there because he was just never seen again.
My God.
But then others believe that he moved to Mojave and assumed a new identity. But nothing is like confirmed.
Sorry, I'm here. I'm here. I'm just playing with the quail.
Mojave Desert.
Just biting me.
Biting you?
Not biting me, just like rubbing her beak on my hand. I don't know.
This
I
is
know where she's
Nina.
going.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know what she's doing. She's kind
Cute.
of falling asleep.
baby. Changed his name to William Poe.
Yes. We finally got a
yeah.
rat with a crown.
Oh yeah. I think so. Yeah. So unfortunately, like I think it was his house, William Crapo's house, along with the original hotel, was destroyed in a fire. But before the fire, people reported seeing a figure going in and out of his house.
Oh.
Which was like supposedly his spirit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then if you move on to the sorry.
Oh, sorry. I'll go back.
So the top image is just like a clipping from a newspaper for like a reward. And then the right image is like I don't know if it's like an original poster, but like they have this up in like the saloon that they have. It's just like posted around the place. And then the bottom left one is actually the fire itself. From when it happened. Yeah. 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 You can move to the next one. Yeah. The next place is Alola's Palace of Pleasure, which by the title you could assume what it is. So Lola, like, she ran a brothel in Cerro Gordo, and supposedly there were gunfights in there like all the time. with like the patrons. Yeah, and but some of those fights involved the women, like they would like start it or they would end it.
Ice cream parlor, yes. Exactly what it is. Lady gunslingers.
Cool.
Yeah. So the photo on the right is I think that's the only known picture of Lola that they have.
Oh, wow.
Everything else they've lost.
Wow.
So the photo on the bottom is just like a rendering of like what she looked like when she was younger. And then the top left one is a picture of what it looks like now.
Oh my gosh.
I think that was dated 2015. Yeah.
Hardly a palace these days.
No. No. Yeah. I think the building on the right side is like her like actual house, and then the one on the left is like the actual brothel.
Ah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
small. So were these rebuilt? Kept heritage.
No, so only like some of the ones that like were destroyed in the fire, they like tried to like the hotel that was destroyed, they like rebuilt it, I think. But like all the other houses are like they've just like been there. Yeah. So some people have spotted what appears to be Lola just like walking around Cerro Gordo, just like a woman in a black dress. Yeah, that's like one of the top ghosts that people report to see when they go there. But yeah, the next slide is for another popular spirit that they've seen, Alphonse Benoit. He was a woodcutter from a neighboring camp. So Brent Underwood, the owner, claims that he was murdered in the mines. Whether or not it was like retribution for something that he did, they don't know. But then others say that he was shot and killed in the poker room of the hotel. And like his spirit like appears mostly in the hotel. The last time he was seen was like hours before the hotel had down. Like the last time his spirit was seen was like before the actual hotel burned down. So I don't think a lot of people have seen him since then, like his spirit. But yeah, those are like the top, like the main three spirits that like visitors report seeing. And then the Union Mine is like the most like haunted mine there. And then there's actually in the next slide a clip just from one of his videos. I don't know if we've shown this one because I don't remember which video it was.
Oh my god.
But... Oh, it's a timestamp, so it'll go straight to what we need.
Okay, let's go. Let's do this.
It's short, don't worry.
Anybody that knows Cerro Gordo knows that there's 3 main ghosts around town, and probably the most famous among those was a guy named Alphonse Benoit. Alphonse was a woodcutter in a neighboring camp, and the story of his life is a little unclear, but what is known is that he was murdered in one of the mines surrounding Cerro Gordo. What's debated is whether he murdered somebody first and his murder was retribution, or he was just a stone-cold killer. The most common place that Alphonse appeared at Cerro Gordo was in the hotel. Numerous parties, all independent of each other, would report seeing a man out the back left window of the hotel.
No.
The old owners even had a photo of the apparition that they would keep on the front desk in a photo album to let visitors look through. I think the last time Alphonse was seen was only a number of hours before the hotel burned down. The caretaker, Robert, was giving a tour, and the visitor he was showing got freaked out because they saw an apparition out of the back left window. When asked what he looked like, they described just what people had described before. I know the story of Alphonse, and if he's not able to stay at his typical haunts anymore, he may return to the mine that he was murdered in. So tonight, we're going to visit that mine and see if there's anything there. A local historian who I trust deeply, told me the mine that he believes Alphonse was murdered in.
We're now at the part of the night, to be honest with you, that I've been looking the least forward to. The hunt for Alphonse.
No.
I explore mines all the time, but exploring them at nights is something else, and particularly given the history of this mine. I don't love being here, but again, if the point of it tonight is to push the limits of what I'm comfortable with, that's what we're gonna do. It's just what you want to see, right? Coming in.
You guys are so bad. It's so bad.
So this is the rope that I was told is hanging from the ceiling, and I was told never to go past it that way. Guess today's the day, if any. It's completely still back here. It's just rocking back and forth.
I don't like
I'm
this.
hearing a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's the time of night, if I'm tired, if I'm expecting to see certain things, so you do, but
No.
man, that was the closest I've ever think I've. Did you see that? I don't know if it's me looking into the lights for a long time and looking out. That's the closest thing I've ever seen to. Dude, no. No.
I'd imagine your eyes just start playing like tricks on
It's
you
time for
when you're in the dark for a while.
Go to bed. I need
I
to
love
get out of
that.
here. I don't like this.
I hate that.
I even just saw someone like walking over the track, like this, like just almost like a little cloud hovering over the track. No, let's get out of here. We're done. It's enough
Go,
Alphonse
get
hunting.
out of there. Get out of there, bro. Run!
I think for me, the inciting incident, the first time that I ever moved out of the firm non-believer camp, was just over a year ago in the bunkhouse here at Cerro Gordo. And the bunkhouse is an original
this one was
building that was
pretty
built in
creepy.
1900. It's a long building with a long hallway in the middle with 3 rooms on either side. And this particular day, I was walking up to see the sunset. And to get to the best sunset spot at Cerro Gordo, you have to walk right by the bunkhouse. And as I was approaching the bunkhouse, I noticed somebody open the lace curtains in the kitchen,
No.
look out, and close them. And the light was on in the kitchen. And at first, being a rational person, this didn't bother me at all. We had people coming to the property to work on it, so I assumed they were just still here hanging out. So I went about my day. I went up and I watched a beautiful sunset. I came back down, went to bed, and pretty much forgot about it. And I remember in the morning I woke up and I was talking to Robert, the caretaker who had been there. I said, "Hey Robert, how long are the contractors staying?" And he kind of slowly turned to me and he was like, "They left 2 weeks ago."
Oh.
And I remember that feeling in that instant really specifically because my heart just dropped. It was one of those things where I know I saw somebody look out that window. I know the curtains moved. And I know that nobody just happens upon Cerro Gordo. And so, being a rational person and still trying to be very pragmatic about it, I went over there, I turned off the light, I closed the blinds, felt for drafts, I didn't feel any, and I put a padlock on the door, a lock that only I have a key to. And I went about my day, forgot all about it, and that night, a sunset came. I decided I was gonna go watch the sunset again. So I started walking up the hill towards the bunkhouse, and the light was back on in the kitchen. And it was just one of those moments where your heart stops, and you just say no out loud to nobody in particular. And I remember I went over, I unlocked the door, I went in, and not only was the light on, but the switch was back up.
Oh no.
And I was the only person in the world with a key to that building. I know it sounds unbelievable, but the light was back on, and so I decided to investigate. You know, I started walking down the hallway to see if maybe anything was in there. And I remember as I was walking down the long hallway, each step, I kept getting this overwhelming sense that I shouldn't be there. And it's a feeling I had never had before in my life. I've never had since. I remember by the time I got to the back 2 rooms, my skin was just pins and needles, and this overwhelming voice was just saying, run. And I did. I ran back out of there and haven't really been back to the bunkhouse very much since. It really has an energy to it that I don't love. I think it's a beautiful building structurally, but it's just not one that I enjoy spending time in. I tried to renovate it to lighten up the mood. You know, I ripped out this old carpet, I painted the walls white, I tried to cleanse it in every way that I could, but still when I go in there, I hear things. I hear
like
footsteps,
that.
I hear voices.
I don't like it either.
And my way of handling it so far is just not to go into the bunkhouse. You know, there's 20 other buildings here. I can find places to have my own peace. So that was it for me. That was the kind of first incident that I couldn't explain.
Damn.
Yeah. If you could stay a night there, would you? Yes, I would.
No.
No,
Yeah.
never. Simply
Yeah,
not.
I would.
No.
In the mine, it'd be great.
Oh yeah. I think
I
the
cook
owner
it
actually
every
did
time.
allow people to stay like overnight, but I don't think in the mine. I think
Oh,
he like
okay.
put them in actual like
Yeah,
rooms.
because people could like fucking die. Anything good.
Yeah. Sorry, Zan, what were you gonna say?
I just no. Just simply.
no.
Just,
Yeah, it's
I
like you're
cannot.
just shaking your.
Bleh, bleh, bleh.
Like, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. If you like that kind of stuff, I'd recommend going to his channel. It's pretty cool. It's not like all spooky stuff. He goes through like things that he does on a daily basis, and like
Yeah.
how his like remodeling of the place is going. It's pretty cool. I like it.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
Oh. Did you like all the sound alerts that came through while that happened?
Yeah, it was something.
This man is the guy in a horror movie who buys the haunted house to renovate and tells their kids it's fine.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Sorry, I just gotta escape out video because
Vincent, your mom told you a ghost story involving you once. She said you saw one, but you don't remember it all. It went to the vault. That memory went straight to the vault.
Oh, went to the vault.
you would consider remodeling a nightmare.
No, but they don't.
They say not to do
They
that.
don't like
stuff,
that. They don't like it. They.
When you remodel
They-
something.
Yeah, that's why you were
Ghosts
that's
don't
why you were
like
shaking your
you-
head because you.
Yeah, they don't like you remodeling. Ghosts don't like
Like
it.
changing things around.
They
too
don't
much.
like change.
Yeah.
So like, they
That's
shouldn't.
fucked
He
up.
shouldn't have closed the blinds and stuff either, right? Like that's like is that like a bad thing to do?
Not necessarily. It's more like remodeling, like painting and knocking out walls and shit. They hate that.
If I buy a town, I'm gonna. I don't care about offending a dead person. I don't know.
Feelings of ghosts.
It's fine
no,
if you
not
want
really.
to do it. It's just I think
Yeah,
like
do
the
it.
whole story, the whole thing of it is that like it's.
Just be prepared for some backlash.
Okay.
And negotiate and bring in a priest and shit, but like, they just might not be so happy about it.
Yeah, like it's not saying like people can't do it, but it's just like
No.
with the whole story of Ghost, that's the one thing that people keep
Sometimes-
saying they don't like.
Well, the energy
Oh,
kicks up
okay.
in a negative way when it
Yeah.
starts.
Yeah. apparently, yeah, it starts being not so nice.
Not so chill.
Yeah.
Stop like trying to push you down the stairs.
My dad once told me that his relatives in the Philippines once like their like parents or grandparents, like they owned a house. When they died, it passed down to like my dad's cousin or something. And they like did like a whole bunch of remodeling to the house. So like they changed up the furniture, where everything was, like painted and everything, like the whole thing. And then they started getting, I think at first it started off as like nightmares, and then eventually it turned into like things moving around.
Oh no.
Things being thrown around.
God.
And so they ended up changing it back to what it originally was, and then everything
Really?
stopped. Yeah.
Look, Goblino, I'm someone who is not sure but won't fuck with it. That's my motto.
Not gonna risk it.
No,
Yeah.
I 100% believe in it, but I will not invite it into my life because I fucking hate it.
Yeah, I'm not inviting in that shit. I'm not doing that. Not being around anyone who does that either. Not doing it.
And so I ask.
No, Matt.
All
No.
Pulls out a Ouija board.
Kick open Matt's bed. No! We said no!
I don't believe in it.
Yeah, Matt's a 0.
I mean,
a negative
my
5.
My mind will scare me, but like I don't think it's anything external.
The lesson is to
fair.
ask permission first before remodeling anything.
Hey, we're gonna do this, okay?
Bring him to IKEA. Say, hey,
To
what do you
IKEA?
think of this? This lamp. Bring a Ouija board with you.
No.
To IKEA.
God. Imagine the workers watching you. They'd be like, no. Fuck out.
Fuck this, I quit.
Date. And yeah.
I'm actually interested in your ghost story, Vincent, as well, if you felt like typing it out.
A haunted type house. Speaking of like pushed downstairs, my family in Malta said that, yeah, again, they had an old house that was in the family. And my dad's like great uncle or something got pushed down.
Oh my god.
I don't know much about it, but yeah.
Ghost pushed him down some stairs.
And we
Is
like
he okay?
I think he was okay, but like yeah, they ended up selling the house, and when we went there for like it overseas, sat up in front of it, and I was like, I don't want to be here. Yeah.
Yucky.
Statistically, there's always going to be at least one caveman guy who isn't into your choice of wallpaper. Yeah. So we have other haunted places? Is that what this is?
Oh, I just put like one more, just because I wasn't sure like how we would go time wise, but it's like really
Oh.
short because
that's cool.
I didn't get to finish the research into it.
Oh.
But this is actually a place that I've also actually been to. So this is the Old Diplomat Hotel in the
damn.
Philippines. So this place started off it was constructed to be a vacation house for American friars of the Order of the Preachers, which is like an order of the Catholic Church. So it opened in 1915. During World War II, it became like a refuge for people escaping from the Japanese, and eventually they ended up invading the property and turned it into their headquarters. And they did like some really fucked up, brutal stuff like torture and murder and decapitation of like everyone that was there. And then during the liberation in 1945, American forces bombed the place, kind of destroyed some of the building, while the Japanese forces that were there ended up committing suicide. So in the picture, the slides, the picture on the left is what it looks like from the outside, and the one on the right is like the garden courtyard, and that's supposedly like one of the most active areas. People tend to like hear and see things from there. But yeah, in 1973, the property was purchased and turned into a hotel.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked
They like
up.
No.
You don't
they
do
kept
that.
like the basic structure, but then they remodeled like some of the interior. So the hotel was managed by some guy named Antonio. I can't pronounce his surname. Antonio went by Tony. So he was an entrepreneur and a faith healer. He was famous for like, I don't know what this means, but psychic surgery. I don't know what that means, but apparently it was like very controversial and like, yeah, not a lot of people just didn't like him for it. But he ended up suffering from a heart attack.
I wonder
And was
why.
and was diagnosed with brain hemorrhage in the 80s. He died in 1987, and then after his death, the hotel just ceased operations and was like completely abandoned. But then it like became like like officially a historical site in 2013. Yeah, but people like have seen apparitions. They've heard like voices, screams. I was watching a video of this chick who actually went to visit and do like an investigation. And she was in that courtyard in the picture, and she heard like a baby crying. Like you could actually hear it in the video, like a baby crying.
Oh my god.
It's pretty creepy. But yeah. And I mean,
Nah.
when she was going through like a tour around the place, it was kind of fucked up because they have like cardboard cutouts of a priest and a nun with like an empty like face thing, so you can like put your face in it and take pictures.
No.
And like people who like go there at night, they end up getting scared because they catch a glimpse of that from like far away, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's a ghost."
Me too.
Yeah, and strangely enough, they also have like artworks and like art installations on display there. I don't know why, but they kind of also partially turned it into like an art establishment kind of thing, which is weird considering everything that happened there.
This building makes me so unhappy. I can't.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but that's like I didn't get to research too much into that, but yeah, it was a really disturbing history.
How did you feel while you were there, Anne?
I mean, I went during the day, so it wasn't too bad. In one of the rooms, they had like drawings or paintings on the wall of people. And it was like really creepy, because like you'd like walk past and like catch a glimpse of just like a face, and you'd just be like, "What the hell?" But yeah, it was like it's okay. Like it was during the day, so I didn't get really too spooked.
That's good.
My gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I had like videos for this, but I couldn't really find too much, like anything like really good, substantial. Yeah.
That's
scary.
Actually reminds me, like, yeah, like old style, like when we were in Malta, we went to a lot of churches, like shit ton of churches, because some of them there are really old. Some of them are like really pretty as well, so I appreciated the look of them. I went to this really old one that kind of looked semi like that. It had like a courtyard and stuff, and it was well known because it had a statue of Mary that had apparently shed a tear, like a blood tear, and we got to see it.
I think oh my god,
We got to see it, and it had, yeah, it still had like a mark down from her eyes, on her cheek. Like wow, that was like how old it was. Yeah. A lot of shit like that there. So weird. Churches with like people's bones in them, like saints. Like they would call people like saints, and then they would in their armor or in their clothes put them on display in the church, all adorned up, but it would just be bones, and you're like, wow,
That's weird.
that's a person.
Yeah.
Person in there.
That's hard to grapple with.
Yeah, it was a lot.
You think that they like to show respect, bury them properly, but no. Okay.
There is that again, you're going into a bit more of like Christian stuff, but like there is that tale of like Bernadette, where was apparently one of the person who saw an apparition of Mary. My mom loves this story, so I've heard it a lot. There's movies and stuff about it too. She was the one who saw an apparition of Mary, and then like no one believed her. But when she died, she apparently didn't decompose, and her body was just on display. I think it is still on display. I'm not sure if it's like openly on display, but is it in Lords? I'm gonna have to look that up. But yeah, that's wild as well. I'm gonna look that up after this actually. Sorry, yeah, that place just reminded me of that. That's yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the that's
Yeah.
Spinning
That's all I
rat.
had. A spinning rat.
Right.
I can read out Vincent's story as well.
Oh yes,
Yes,
please.
please do.
My friend lived in an old converted farmhouse that had a ghost cat. We'd be in the living room and hear it scurry across the upstairs floor.
Oh my god, that's actually very sweet.
Aw.
Aww.
And they also said, so I saw a woman coming out of the bathroom, seemingly after a shower. Since I saw steam, though it was, thought it was my mum. Who else would it be? So I said, Mum. But then Mum's voice came from another room, and I turned to look. When I turned back, the woman is gone, and the steam from the room isn't even warm. So I scream, Mum again, and run to her. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Dang.
That's so, ooh. That's chilling.
That's
Chills,
creepy.
chills, chills.
Psychic surgery is an old magic trick where you pretend to take stuff out of a person's body with sleight of hand. Oh my god. That's fucked.
What did normal robot say before? The bolognese thing? Statistic. Where was it? That's where they pull bolognese out of your body without making cuts or nothing. Oh man, thank you guys so much for joining us again from our Checkpoint Weird World.
Yay.
I had a lot of fun. I was scared, I gotta admit. I took my headphones off a little bit. But, you know, we got through.
Yay.
We got through.
Now our hands are broken.
Claps, stand up.
And standing ovation, standing ovation.
Oh, we can stand up for the
Oh yeah, we
ending,
can,
right?
we can,
Yeah.
we can be.
I run so
Oh my
proud.
god,
I
why
went through.
can't I?
There we go.
Oh, it's lagging.
I'm stuck, I think. Oh no, wait, I'm fine. Hi. Oh god.
Pierce.
Eh.
Thank you guys so much for chilling with us. Yay! I think Wave works too, right? Wave.
Wave works. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cute.
I love that we all do it at the same time. It's very
Dad's
sweet.
delay. Ah.
Feel free
Option.
to say what y'all need to say. I'm just gonna have a quick look if anyone is on Twitch.
Oh yeah. So cryptids for next Weird World cryptids.
Yeah, which we will,
At
I'm
the
sure,
end.
announce at some stage.
Yeah.
Yay.
The rats will be back.
The rats will be back. Yeah, I'm gonna keep him with ghost rats. Fuck it, right? ghost rats. I'm lazy.
I like them. What's the
Mothman hype?
Oh,
They're gonna see
a
the.
Mothman.
Where's the twerk command?
Not the twerk.
I almost
That's-
added it.
Oh,
Really?
why didn't you?
Yeah, there's some motion capture dance animation files I have that I can add. But...
Oh.
Back that booty up.
I don't like motion capture animation. It looks like shit.
Stop screen for a quick second.
Good. The rats will be back in World Infinity War, please.
I think if you all have any cryptid suggestions as well, that would be sick. Drop them into stream chat on Discord.
Oh.
Infinite.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, if you change that, we'll do that.
What do I? Oh, let me change it to another random.
Keep it.
Wow.
Wow. Can it stay like that?
Yeah, we can
Or is
start.
that-
It doesn't break anything.
Okay.
Wow.
We move around. It's cool.
Just stay like that for now.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
I like
It
the
is
effect.
very funky.
What happens if you change camera?
Whoop, you're hearing me. Oh yeah, let me have a look.
Do you remember? That effect?
The 21st.
Oh.
Oh, okay, right. Because this camera's not close to it. It doesn't do it.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh my god.
I feel like this is that like.
Why am I staring like that? Darn. Okay, I don't think many people are on at the moment.
So we'll just say goodbye.
That's okay.
That's okay.
I think we need. I think we need to like. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Need some recommendations of like people who are up after we've done streaming at like 1 a.m. as to who all the Aussies have kind of gone to sleep.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Thank you all so
We should
much for joining
subscribe.
us.
Thank you.
Midworld will be
you.
back.
Yes. Have a lovely time in between
You're new
this
here as
weird
well.
world and next.
For our socials, feel free to give us a follow. We'd love to have ya. Cool. Midworld will be back next time. Have a very happy Halloween as well, guys.
Yay!
Have a happy Halloween.
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 Jesus Christ. One last jump scare for the road. Thank you.
Oh.
Oh.
My bad.
Wait, they didn't get to see the maid outfits today on all of us. I also.
Oh, you want to do that? Someone's got to show some leg here,
Yeah.
alright? We're giving them what they want.
Oh, I'm not wearing. I'm just wearing pants.
I'm also just wearing pants. Dan's got a bag on.
Oh, fuck, I keep
Yeah.
fucking this up.
Just
Sorry,
a
guys.
skeleton.
Let me fix this. How do I do a hat? There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, the ears. I
Yeah.
forgot about the ears.
Oh, I didn't put
Yeah.
ears on either. Yeah. Okay. So with that burned into your memory, we'll see ya next time. We're gonna schedule. Oh my god. We're gonna schedule up soon. So watch out on our Discord and Twitter for them. Also, if you haven't already and you want to get stream alerts on our Discord, go into the directory and select stream call, because then you'll get alerted every time we go live on there. It's something that we recently added. But we'll see yous. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Catch you
Thank
later.
you. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.